Lars.
Pedro.
We're live.
Oh, good fit. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it is Saturday night. What's going on? We're about to get back into a very, very important Linux-related discussion about who's going to be who in the Metallica movie. Hide your friends, hide your adults, put your mayo away, and prepare. We don't reasonably sized show. We're not going to be chugging along too hard tonight. How's everybody doing? Is everybody being beautiful?
This is an LWDW sized show.
It's still going to be an hour long, right? Is that what you're telling me, Pedro? That's all I'm hearing, man.
Regardless, it'll be this. Remember when LWDW is like, yeah, it's gonna be about 30 minutes. No,
30 minutes or less, guaranteed. Mm-hmm. And I did my best to make it always 31 minutes. Oh, test man, 2:30. What time is it there, Pedro?
1:30.
Oh, see.
you got beat. Someone's further in the future than you are.
Yeah, Central European time, Testman.
Oh man. So yes,
But yeah. So I have the hair for Kirk.
would I gotta be Hatfield?
Maybe you could be Burton. you kind of look like Burton a little bit.
Like the bassist is the wild card. That's interchangeable. That's like 4 different characters.
Right. Well, no, because like we could get like Sir not appearing in this film to be like Jason Newsted, and then I don't know, Empty can be Robert Trujillo.
Mm.
Oh, and Strider could be Dave Mustaine.
Okay, who's going to play the role of the tour bus?
Mirror.
All right, it's going to be like Knight Rider tour bus.
I love you, Kirk.
Honk honk.
Yeah, we'll be together forever, Cliff.
Hold on, I need a prop.
That's the
Come pick me up, Kit.
You should have saved that for the show. That's all I'm saying. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you should have saved that for the fucking show.
Oh, what would be great too is if like Nori
It's
just like
right
whipped-
here. I could just pick it up.
Nope, it's a dead bit now, Pedro. You can never do
No,
it.
see what would have been better if like Nori had like a black Hot Wheels car that she just whipped at your head.
Night boat, bitch. Night boat just comes smashing into the apartment. That'd be better.
Oh man,
What?
Mr. Alert's rocking the funnel cake, I guess.
I can taste the calories.
What
already.
is that, and how did you catch it?
It's a Pokemon.
So
Dude.
let's see. Powdered sugar, whipped cream. I'm guessing that's just sugar in
Blood
between
of the
the
innocent
strawberries.
Congealed.
And fried dough.
Yeah, just fried dough. Okay, yeah, no, that's just straight up calories.
Fried dough. Yes, the funnel cake. It is. They have them at the county fairs.
Yeah, fried dough, the funnel frontier.
Then they have the bring anything you want and we'll stick it in a deep fryer. I have witnessed one of these.
Yeah, I mean,
Also, hey, I spent a long time trying to catch that squirrel, man, and you guys, like, seriously, cock tease.
I bring like batteries and shit. Like, hey, can you deep fry these?
Dry eyes. Here, take a shot of this.
Go ahead. Now
Yeah.
I'll just stand over here.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get behind this protective screen.
I
Thank
want to
you
get a
very much.
wide shot of this. Like, I genuinely do. Yeah. Water cube. Water tea.
Water tea, man. It's time to crunch the numbers.
It's coming back. How much longer do we have to wait?
November.
Not too bad. Preacher's about to come out too, right?
Yep.
I think this is the last season of Preacher.
Mm-hmm. But they knew that, so...
Right. No, I do like it when shows like have a definite end in mind and planned. Unlike Game of Thrones, where they're like, "Shit, we got to figure out a way to wrap this up because we don't want this to run another 27 seasons."
It's good that they get in and get out. Possible exceptions, like Game of Thrones. Like, oh,
Battlestar.
Battlestar. Yeah, well, they had to kill it, man. It ran too long.
Well, my issue isn't with Battlestar sort of being bookended because it was always supposed to be 4 seasons, but the way they ended it.
Babylon 5.
Babylon 5, where they shot the ending because they thought they were going to be canceled. And they're like, oh, we got a new season. You're like, well, shit. All right, well.
Is it hot in Canada today?
A little bit.
AC on full blast? My AC's on full blast. It's like coming out of this room into the house is the equivalent of getting out of a hot shower in the winter in the morning. Like,
I mean, I definitely had my Chronicles Heretic moment today when I went out to go shopping.
ah, nice. So, fair warning to everyone. Just so, I mean, feel free to do the oh my god if my video just go. It's because the camera overheated. That's the thing we gotta worry about now.
Yeah, we got a fan on it.
Genuinely have a fan blowing on. But as
There's
I told
an actual fan of LinuxGameCast blowing on the camera.
we have an in-studio fan. Fuck both of you. Technically correct.
His name is Fred.
Yes. Fred the Fan, they called him. Yeah, if that oops. I was telling Jordan last night. I was like, this thing just explodes right now. I'm like, yeah. It was really cheap. What's the name of the army game? We're going to play that in after shows.
Mean Green Plastic Machines.
Mean Green. It's like
Mean
99
Greens.
pence.
Yeah, the
Plastic
Mean
warfare.
Greens.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was on sale for $1. So
I think it still is.
Thank you, Jill. Oh, and thank you, Jill, for the Steam gift card. I have no idea what to buy with it yet, but I will buy something.
Jill's giving you birthday presents.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So thank you very much, Jill.
You could not have cut him deeper.
It's like, oh, I have Steam funds now.
Yeah, Nori. Look at that gift, Nori.
See, I told Nori specifically not to buy me anything because I wanted to buy that stupid processor. Look how well that turned out.
There's a lot of places I'm not going with that.
Yeah. Let's hit the eject button on that one.
However, I genuinely have empathy and sympathize with you for not getting your processor yet. That sucks.
Been over a week now.
Yeah. However, it's not like you're going to get bored. You're like, I don't want it now. That's never going to happen.
No, I want it. That's why I bought it. That's why I buy things. It's because I want them.
Definitely. We've all had that experience at some point where you purchase something and by the time it shows up, you're like, I don't really even need this now. That's not going to happen in this case.
No.
Nah. You need more beard? I didn't know you had a beard. Or are you talking about facial hair?
You can be talking about two things.
He
needs a bearded beard.
Could be a bearded dragon.
Maybe.
Damn it, what's the salesman? Oh shit. Maddie's back again.
Oh, yeah.
It's so dark.
It's Canada. You guys should be used to. Actually, the sun's still up a little bit here on the East Coast. A little bit.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Don't worry, the sun will be up in like 3 hours.
Well, better drink your own piss then.
Right. Steam specials. Thank you. Praise $3.99. Yeah, £4.
Yep. Praise, it's a very good game. It's unfortunate that you get that Bethesda logo when you turn
Elite
it on.
Dangerous is $4.99. What?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wait,
Shit.
what? Okay, I might need to buy that.
Yeah, I think let's yoink this.
It's like, okay, let's go to Steam, and I'll put those Steam Wallet funds to use then.
Is that a game we should know about? I mean,
No.
it's Space Pew Pew, right?
It's Space Pew Pew.
It's Space Simulator Pew Pew.
Does it have multiplayer? I don't remember.
Yes.
Okay. What was it? Elite Dangerous. Yeah, $10. All right, yoink.
$4.99 at the cart.
Commander Edition's
Jill,
$20.
I hope you're proud of yourself. You see what you've enabled, this poor young man's addiction to gaming.
Yep. Thank you very much, Jill.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, you can blame Linux Nero for that. He kind of got like the 30-point assist on that.
Oh, that's
Elite
37
Dangerous is not
gigs.
available on my current platform. Well, I know how to fix that.
Is that
Let's
still
call-
a thing? I mean, when you just tap that buy button, doesn't it seem just like, hang on.
No, oh, because I didn't enable it globally on Steam because I reset this profile.
Oh, that'll do it.
It's
Yeah,
I
that'll do
I turned that thing off originally, and it's one of those things where you set it and forget it, right? And then
Am I the only one that reads ED as erectile dysfunction? Because I do.
I mean, it could be like Ed the horse, Mr. Ed, Mr. Erectile Dysfunction.
Oh, yeah. The famous Mr. Erectile Dysfunction. Have fun with this, YouTube.
That's what the ladies call me, Mr. Erectile Dysfunction.
Hey, Ed, how's it going? My name's Jim. Whatever you say, Ed.
Okay, that's 37 gigs. That should be done downloading in about an hour.
Like, not download it live?
Yeah. It's paused.
All right. I'm trusting you, man.
It is paused.
Show restraint. And it's like, hey, Nori, do you know what you're doing tomorrow? Something by yourself.
Okay, I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna see how long Elite Dangerous takes to download on the gigabit internet.
Yeah, Jordan can probably get it done in like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
it's
screw Linux
Canadian
GameCast this
fiber,
week.
right.
Yeah.
Ed, I never get into that. I know what Plink is, but
Point. Yeah. It's definitely one of those things where I think by the time that was on the air, you were kind of just on the Cartoon Network for the Dragon Balls, and that was about it.
pretty much.
They didn't have the Dragon Balls on Portuguese Cartoon Network.
They didn't have it on British TV either, but a fucking satellite's on.
They had it on Portuguese TV. It was the Portuguese dub, which was genius. Seriously. One of the best dubs of any show I've ever listened to. Because they were working off of the French version. So they were translating from the French. So by the time they were done with everything, it was... Well, it was... like, the sentences were short, and the characters were still moving their mouth. So
Yeah,
they had to come up with new stuff.
Yeah, I heard about this where like the Brazilian dub of, or not the Portuguese dub of Dragon Ball Z has like a bunch of like random Brazil cultural references in there, and like there are like ad-libbed lines, and like the guy who plays Vegeta was like some famous Portuguese actor.
Yep.
Like, yeah.
And he's a famous actor, not just like TV and movies, but he also does like plays. And one of the plays we went to see, I think it was like grade 11 or grade 12, dude was one of the actors. And he came on before the play was on to like introduce everything that was going to happen. And everyone was like, oh, that's Vegeta.
Vegeta.
And he's like, yes, I'm the one who plays Vegeta. We can talk about after the play. We can talk about that, but not right now.
Well, see, that's how you get like the students to pay attention to the play. Is like,
Oh, yeah.
whatever character you're playing, you're not playing that anymore. You're just playing Vegeta.
Yep.
It's like Romeo and Juliet and Vegeta. But but now when I think of that, I just think of like DBZA Vegeta.
Yeah. This is how you know you've like been watching DBZ Abridged for a decade.
Yeah.
When you hear like regular, like a clip, and you're like, that sounds weird.
That's
That doesn't sound right.
That's not my Vegeta. The real Vegeta swears more.
All right, we get to a show.
All right.
Yes.
But Vegeta.
Bye,
tricks
pre
are for kids.
supervisions.
Bye.
I think we're good. Cool. And let's get to the right spot in the notes. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, for the 361st time. Let's go ahead and set it up. Let's build up some hype so I can cock it up like right.
We didn't do a 360 no scope joke last week. I was a little sad.
Yeah.
We need to pay more attention to the episode numbers because there's some jokes we could.
We definitely do because it's always like a Tuesday or Wednesday by the time I'm like, damn it.
Yeah.
Right.
We could have made like an Xbox 360 joke too. Yeah, it's all right.
Okay, let's that looks remind me to arm track 5 for hate mail this week.
Arm track 5.
And welcome back to another LinuxGameCast Weekly, the show that covers the latest Linux gaming news, reviews, how-tos, and most importantly, whatever the hell else we come up with. This week, Black Mesa is nearing release, but I'm just kind of kidding. They found a new thing to work on till forever. Hopefully it'll come out soon. Some dates in there, and Core Control has a new piece of kit that aims to help Windows users feel at home with sliders and buttons, oh my, to control your computer. None of that nasty terminal business.
Get ready to blow the dust and all the cocaine off the wheel of Booga Booga. Someone's been crawling through some Valve source code again. Zomk Linux games can run better than Windows, so saith Forbes. All hail Forbes.
Rocket Cars gives NBC money. All hopes that Kit come pick them up. And
told you
Throw a
could
car in
use
his
that.
face, Nori.
Monster.
Throw it at his head.
D9VK sees yet another release. Yep, that's 2 weeks in a row for those guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm Vince Stone, joined every week by our tamed Canadian podcaster up north. That is one Jordan Sfang, the master of tiles, ish.
Ish.
He's learning, man. He's an apprentice. He's tile apprentice.
Tetris fears me.
I'm just saying, don't let him do your flooring. And that lovely laughter, all the way from the Isles of Britannia. The man staying up late, keeping us honest, trying to be Michael Kit or whoever the hell that was. Pedro Mateus, together with you, joining us live, chat room, dynamic, all in one big honking ball of cocaine Voltron. Before we get started, we do like to see what's going on in each other's beautiful lives. Just play a catch, because believe it or not, we don't really talk a lot during the week, and that's a true story. Pedro, before we even do that, we do need an update on our Ryzen 8.
Ryzen
9
Linux update of the week.
Yeah, so the thing
Look at
on
the joy.
Amazon has changed from will be delivered between the 19th and the 21st to expected on the 21st. Since it is already the 21st here, I have my doubts. Yeah, so Amazon, that Prime subscription is currently riding on that. Just saying.
Jeff Bezos is quaking in his little booties. I haven't done jack all week, man. I went to work and did the adult stuff. That was the exciting thing that happened with me.
It doesn't sound very fun at all, man.
No, it's not. It's not supposed to be fun.
You discovered you
Not
had a
without-
grocery store like next door.
Yes, this is true. I thought it was just like a butcher shop or something, but it was like a fancy ass grocery store.
Mm-hmm.
It has like a gelato section. I'm like, damn.
That is fancy. You're like, oh, am I dressed good enough to be in here?
Yeah, in my fucking shirt, in my fucking shorts and like death metal shirt. I'm like, yeah, fuck it. I've worn that shit to funerals too. I'm like, shouldn't you respect the dead? They're dead. They can't complain.
LGC cares, ladies and gentlemen. Over here, what am I playing with? Old school hardware hacks, man. Don't pay money. I talked about it on Wednesday. There was a like Nikon body, just a body, and it's like it doesn't work. It's dead. But it's like, does it cut on? And I'm like, yeah. Do you think the HDMI out works? And they're like, shrug emoji. It's like, all right, I'll give you $100. It showed up, and I had some old Nikon glass. I have the lens on this thing right now. It's worth like 5 times more than that body is. But plugged it up, and sure enough, it worked. But Nikon's like, yo, man, if you want to use it for a video camera, you need to buy the way more expensive version because it's going to cut off after 30 minutes. I was like, you know what? No, it's not. So take a hair tie and like a little squishy thing, and you put it over half shutter hold. Just runs all the time. Then it overheats though, so there's a fan on.
Yeah.
This is not turned in. I think Cameron even hit me on Twitter. He's like, why didn't you get like a regular video? It's like I didn't expect it to work in the first. This is not where I expected to be. I expected this thing to be like a million pieces on a table somewhere. I'm going, I wonder if I can get the SD card working again and actually use it for a camera. Anyway, it's like stitching together that wonderful, delightful, lovable horse each and every week.
I don't even think you can stitch the horse anymore. Like, there's not any sort of consistent enough piece to like sew together because it's the Steam
update. And well, there was an update to. Yeah, there was an update to the stable Steam client, which basically rolls up all the betas, you know, the usual stuff. And this new stable update also brings in the updated runtime that if you're running the betas, you probably saw it a couple of weeks ago. There was an update in the runtime. And I only noticed it because I like turned on my PC, and the thing that takes the longest is always Steam. And it's like, wait a second, the Steam logo isn't showing up on the system tray. What's going on? And then I see like the little window pop up. It's like, oh, updating runtime. Right on. So the big thing that changed with the runtime, and it's causing some people to have issues, especially those of those Linux users running Solus, like myself, which I didn't run into. Yeah, I didn't run into, but a lot of people who are running Solus did, because the runtime update contains like the newest version of SDL, the one that basically none of the distros are currently shipping. And it makes use of that SDL, so if you don't have SDL up to the newest version, it won't even start, and a lot of people ran into that. Basically, the fix was just to disable the native runtime and use Steam's runtime.
This is like one of the things that I'm glad it. Maybe that should just. It is a Switch, isn't it? Yes, it is.
It is.
Yeah. So I understand. I understand the like logic behind it. Like sometimes you have better and faster and more up to date system runtime
libraries.
Yeah, tied around. But Valve's like, we put it in there for a reason, you guys.
Right. The whole point of the Steam runtime is to like remove all the various library differences that you have to account for supporting multiple distributions to say link against this shit. So there is a bit of caveat emptor when you decide to fuck around with that, because it's not Valve's fault that, you know, you try to intercept library calls to your games and it breaks, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. But yeah, the other nice thing that has made it into the main client now is having controller slots being able to be changed via a hotkey, which is very useful if you have like a dozen controllers plugged into a system, and say you're running like a local fighting game tournament, you pair everyone's controllers to like a system or whatever, and then you can switch out who player 1, player 2 is, which is actually really handy. That's like a nice practical thing to support couch co-op. But Valve apparently has been busy on other stuff.
Yes.
Wait, is it?
Yes, they have. Now is the time to spin the wheel of Booga Booga, like Jordan mentioned earlier.
Yes. All right. This is from PC Gamer. The links to all this is in our show notes. Oh God, Valve is making new games now. Or so this article seems to say, because apparently people were crawling through source code from a source project.
Wait. Do you honestly think it's like, Valve news? All right, so it's every time someone can go find a picture of Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
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 We need
Yeah.
that screenshot again.
Indeed. All right. So yeah, there's some new stuff coming down the pipe via the Dota 2 source engine. There's an update to the SDK. People were calling through it and they're like, "Oh my god, there's a reference to something called Citadel. I don't know what this is. That must mean that it's part of Valve's hot new game that they've been working on." So here's the thing. We've actually reported on this sort of news before, where people will go through the SDK, and here's the thing: Valve has like various builds of various games in varying states of completion that their engine needs to support. So sometimes names make it into the engine that indicate that they're part of some other project. We saw that with some of the Left 4 Dead 3 assets in the Source 2 SDK. But it's never actually panned out because Valve is a bit of a pressure cooker. They do all their stuff internally and then they'll release something when they have something to release. And maybe it won't be received particularly well, i.e. Artifact.
I take fault with your analogy.
Yeah.
I find Valve to be more of like a crock pot than a pressure cooker.
Okay, fair. Maybe like a sous vide machine. But at Buzzkill over, we can talk about all the speculation now. Half-Life 3, the artifacting VR auto chess confirmed.
Part of me wants to like throw that out, and I'm like, no, it's Artifact 2 in VR. But
The artifacts.
yeah, just kind of like on top. I'm 100% with you because every time I'm like, oh look, there's a glyph in the source engine. It's like Half-Life 3 confirmed. The jokes, it's starting to hurt, man. Pedro, I'm going to ask you a serious question. Would you trade You at Home 2, Half-Life 3? So Valve's like, they just come out and they put a stake in it, but they're like, okay, now that we've done that, at the end of the year, we're getting Left 4 Dead 3. Would you make that trade?
Yes, absolutely. Because
now this would mean finality from Valve.
Yeah,
like,
no more Half-Life 3, no more. But then again, how would that be any different than what we've seen up to this point? Because yeah, despite people being desperate, let's face it, there's no way a Half-Life 3 could ever be released, not without Valve getting once again really bad news like they did with or making really bad publicity like they did with Artifact. But yeah, you'd think, like Jordan mentioned earlier, after finding all of that stuff about Left 4 Dead 3 in the Source 2 release, you'd think people would know better than to immediately jump to conclusions. Like, how about hold on. So you're saying that there's a little mini-map thing and it's supposedly like a top-down view game, according to some of the files that they uncovered. Maybe it's just a new map for Dota?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Again, this is pure fucking speculation, booga, right?
It's like one little thing to Citadel, and it's like we can make an entire article, and we're not helping things. So like, well, we have to cover that. They've wrote something about it.
Absolutely, we are part of the Linux Gamecast, part of the problem.
Let's talk about something that is most definitely real, and wow, we just keep waiting.
Oh, it's real, all right.
It's real. I mean, this is kind of even worse because
I swear to you guys, it's totally real.
They've definitely released Zen Beta that only works under Linux, but you can play it at the speed of poo under Proton. But there's a bit of news from. It's a mini update, they'd call it. They're working on a few things, along with the soundtrack, New Bloom, but what I want to look at is we're finally getting around to that new UI that's been holding us back as a project. Okay. Anyway, they don't really have a time to get everything together, but as I say, we're not 100% sure when the new UI will be fully functional. It's like, if you drag this out like Zen, seriously, I will stab people in their taints. But they're hoping to have it testable with the next beta on August 1st. To which I respond, at this point, don't care.
Yeah,
release
pretty
the
much.
game, Brad.
So, oh yeah, we're going to test a new UI come August 1st. It's yeah, that's what everyone's been asking for, isn't it, Black Mesa?
Am I being cynical? Okay, me. Pasha. what I'm definitely thinking about is this like, well, we're almost getting done with Zen, you guys. We got to have another thing to keep this thing in early access.
We need to keep dodging every single bit of criticism that people could ever leverage at us. Early access.
At this point, I'm expecting they eventually they will release. I'm gonna say ballpark 2021. It's end of 2020, early 2021.
I'll take the under. We're going to see a full release before Christmas.
All right, sure. And
No.
either way, the Linux version is gonna be like fucking crappy 30 frames a second.
Oh, hang on. Let me they'll release the Windows version before Christmas.
Oh, Windows only version full release before Christmas? Maybe.
Then they'll say doo-doo. That thing. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, the Linux version isn't coming out anywhere before like March 2020.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to it with bated pinky toes. Okay, our favorite game.
Oh yes,
Wait,
Rocket Cars.
I'll
Chances
For
are,
as long as it's still on Steam.
if you haven't been watching Linux Gamecast and you've just come online at right around the time that we're done, so you can play some Rocket Cars, chances are this means something to you because there's a new bit of DLC, and well, it's Kit. It's just straight up Kit from the Knight Rider TV show, old NBC show. Came out in 1982, I think.
It's the 80s, man.
Here's the question, because Kit has that like red thing that goes back and forth. Is Kit a Cylon?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
He's a transforming Cylon from the future's past. He's a Turkeytron's.
Quirkytron.
He's Turkeytron's carpool buddy.
Yeah, pretty much.
Thousands of years ago.
They're tight.
Yeah. And I was totally, when I saw this, like, oh, it's Kit. I'm totally gonna buy it. I was on the Steam client. I was on the page for the DLC, and I'm like, wait a second. They said that the game would be fully supported on Steam up until September. So what about after September? So they didn't get my money, and if unless we get like an actual concrete answer to say no, the game will still be supported even after we release on the Epic Store, then I'm not going to give them any more money. Sorry.
Yeah, see, I'm calling that they're just gonna dick us around right until they make the announcement,
Oh, yeah.
and then it's gonna be like, yeah, effective tomorrow, and everyone's just gonna be like, what the fuck?
However, you can
Yeah.
definitely put it into play that, because like my gut feeling is, not just me, and a lot of people have said it, they're going to go free to play on Epic.
Well, I mean, the thing that Ven and I care about is apparently the volleyball mode. It's not coming out for another week.
Yeah, every update, I'm like, ooh, Control F volley. God, boo.
Not this week. Next week, fam.
Also,
next week.
Unpopular opinion: we should have got Night Boat.
Yeah, we need the boats mode. I would totally play the boats mode.
No, Pedro, no boats. I just want Night Boat tipped over on the field with his fan.
With the rudder just
It's not doing anything, just digging in the grass, and that's it. That's all you can do. Just give me that option. It'll make me happy.
It just tosses sod at you randomly. Yeah.
All
right, well,
couple of
we
new
got
games before we get out
Yes. Lost Orbit. Terminal Velocity is available. You can pick it up for $10 Canadian anyways. It's a dodge 'em up.
You know, I
with
almost said, well, available. What else would they? I was like, wait a minute, this is Steam. It can mean a lot of things.
Yeah, right. you can press a button on Steam and purchase it, which is more than you can say about some of the other games that are on Steam. Arkham Knight. It's a dodge 'em up. So the goal is to not get hit. And there's apparently some gravity mechanics. The description indicates that there might be a little bit of shenanigans, like where you can sort of do slingshot maneuvers. I don't know if this game is smart enough to do that. It kind of just looks like your bog standard dodge 'em up, but it looks all right. It could be something tells me that this is probably a mobile game though.
Yeah. It looks good. It actually looks pretty nice, at least from the trailer.
Yeah.
And I looked at what Pixelnauts did in the past, and the only other game that they have on Steam is Lost Orbit, the first one.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
The art style in some of the art kind of reminds me of Kerbals, and I kind of want like fucking Kerbal Deathmatch now.
I kind of wanted to like Kerbals. I tried hard. I don't know if it's. I think that game's just too clever for me.
I like
My
like,
aspirations to build things are better than my
Right.
ability to make those
Yeah.
things.
I like the building games like your Robocraft, like build your own robot and then go shoot at other people who built their own
There's
robots.
that interesting game we got sent that's still in early access, like the drone, build your own.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
drone
pretty-
simulatory
yeah,
one. Yeah.
it's pretty neat. But
Mhm.
looking forward to it. Robo Instructs.
Yes. It's one of these programming puzzle games for the
Ooh.
TRS 182 cred. Yeah. I see. I don't know. I can respect the idea of like programming puzzle games for someone. It seems like it would appeal to someone who doesn't have to write code for a living,
Mhm.
because I have to do that, and I don't want to go home and write more code. That's not my jam.
Some people do though, man.
Some people do, and they can buy this game for 20% off if that's their jam. It's not mine. I will say though, what's remarkable, it's straight up right at the beginning. Arch Linux is a system requirement. Yeah, good luck supporting that, Brad. Yeah.
Hey man,
What-
it
Yeah,
also
Arch
supports,
Linux 1604 and Fedora 29.
I was about to say, it was like, oh well, yeah, the deprecated version of Fedora as well. So
It's not deprecated yet.
Soon. No,
Soon, very soon.
I just like the idea of claiming to support an OS that like they don't have a moving target. So what's working this week may not work next week. Yeah.
that's bold and brave though. You got to read. It's like that is. I'm tempted. I'm probably after the show. I'm going to go back and look in the discussion threads. And it's like, how are you dealing with that tech support?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not to say there's anything wrong with Arch, but there's. I'm just saying statistically is what we're saying. There's a big
Yeah.
chance of something.
If you want to target a stable platform, Arch is not a stable platform. It is a moving target.
No.
Clearly,
Arch is really
get the fuck
good
out.
to teach you exactly in how many different ways a simple system update can break a Linux install.
Shut up, Pedro. I installed 7 Arch.
All right. Well, coming up next, we're gonna run a DNF upgrade on this system live, and we're gonna see how well that pans out. Stay tuned.
Sweet.
Yeah. Speaking of upgrading your operating system in the middle of doing shit,
Okay, turn the fan back on.
Yeah, I gotta cut the fan. Good little camera. Good little fan. I don't know. Whatever.
we'll find out, right? It hasn't quite been.
It's
2
hot
hours.
as it's already it's up to temp, as I like to say. I can. Ugh. All right. Hang on. Let's get. We'll take a look at show titles and obey the taco clock. You can join in and play the home game over at vote.linuxgamecast.com.
Oh my God.
Suggest the titles, and we get to vote on them, and sometimes they even end up actually being the show title. And sometimes, I mean, almost always.
Indeed. So what do we got? We got Nightboat, Turkeytron, Part of the Problem, The Artifact, Tetraspheres, Tetraspheres Me, Space Nori, and Hell Elks.
Tetraspheres. Boop. Did
I'll give a vote to Part of the Problem.
Nightboat,
Yes.
Turkeytron.
The Artifact, I will concede that was a clever pun.
That's not even a pun. That's a portmanteau.
See, what I need to know is how did that name come around? Not a duck. Did you finally like one day like fuck this, man? I gotta let it be known. I'm tired of being all these duck accusations. I am not a duck.
I am a beautiful swan. Caw, caw.
Do you have like PTSD
I'm
of
a
like breadcrumbs? Like, also, hello.
I'm a goose and I'm coming for your eyeballs.
You think Goose?
You can be my wingman anytime, Goose.
And I was like, come on, slightly homoerotic volleyball. Yes. That's right.
Playing
I'm-
with the boys.
Play, seriously, yeah. Like, I think people. That's what I'm worried about. Like, they're talking about doing like a new Masters of the Universe movie. I'm like, oh, it's gonna be so homoerotic. It's like, no, you got to lean into that shit.
Right.
This
own
has
it.
to be. yeah, this has to be the gayest fucking movie I've ever seen.
Oh yeah.
And it will be glorious. I want to like puke rainbows in the theater, man. I just want to be like, sup,
No,
sup,
you
stud.
don't.
What's going on?
Listen, I've warned you about eating crayons. Quit puking.
Well, stay tuned for the hate mail section. You're going to learn some more stuff about my eating habits, apparently.
That's exactly what a duck would type, man.
I mean, so we can perform a simple test, right? Because
Really? Okay.
so ducks float, wood floats, and witches float.
What
so
if it's a witch duck?
yeah, so
I thought they sucked.
What if a witch weighs more than a duck?
witches don't weigh more than ducks. This is science. Science fact.
Okay, all right.
Jesus told me that. He told me that when we went back in time to meet Benjamin Franklin.
As a man of science, I will say witchcraft. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Crayons are delicious.
I never had that problem as a child. I never looked at like coloring or gluing products and went, I think I'll have me a bit of that.
I chewed
No,
on pencils, but
yeah,
that was
like the backs of pencils and pens. I used to bite on those, and then my mom started to coat them in piri piri sauce, and
You've told
they
us
were
that.
delicious
the
after
problem.
that.
Yeah, like, well, I'm like a really bad nail biter, and I remember when I was a child, my mom bought this stuff. It's like I think it's just basically acetone that you put on your nails and it makes it taste bad. But I developed a taste for acetone, so it's just like, so I'm like, no, I like this now.
I do wonder what the inside of your stomach looks like now.
Wow, that doesn't sound serial killery or anything. All right, Dexter, calm down, man.
I wonder what the inside of your skin looks like.
Fucking plastic at your house. I know what's there for. No, the only thing I had like in grade school was I genuinely couldn't figure out. I remember like asking my mom. Mom's like, it's stupid. It's like, safety scissors, like in the same kit, it wouldn't cut. Oh man, safety scissors were ridiculous. And a protractor with a stabby metal point on it. And I'm like, good.
Oh yeah, the compass. Yeah.
Yes, that thing, man. And I'm like, this comes in the same thing. I don't.
I got someone fucking stabbed me with one of those in school.
As a child, that gave me mixed messages. I'm like, okay, safety scissors and a stabby pointy thing.
Oh yeah, I used to we used to like fucking carve shit in our desks with it because it's like it's sharp.
The compass.
Man, I had to learn how to use a slide ruler, not because of school, because of my mom. She's like, you need to learn this. Will be some. Like, Jesus, really?
Actually, apparently, learning like a Chinese abacus is really good for like doing simple calculations because like you can do like the hand motions and just add a
Yeah,
bunch
you
of
do the
numbers
hand
really quick.
motions. I remember watching.
I'll remember to
very few
imprison somebody
documentaries
capable of
about
that
it.
during the zombie apocalypse. They'll come in handy. I used to watch the Hot Ones. I haven't seen it pop up in our videos in a while. Oh, do you want to know the subreddit for this week, kids?
Yes, please.
I advise you not to view this, by the way. But you're going to.
Okay.
You're going to anyway. It's not porn.
Yes.
It's not, even though YouTube's just like, no money for you, because you said the P word. Meat crayons. Or meat crayons.
It's only got like 3 posts.
Might be meat crayon. God damn
Meat crayon. Okay, that's different.
it. Meat crayon?
Yes.
There's a new version of DXVK that just came out. Is there anything in there that we need to...
Oh, I see. It's the crayon marks. Okay.
Are you just putting 2 and 13 together why it's called meat crayon? subreddit.
Meat crayon. Okay.
Use your imagination.
Is it a dog penis?
Nope, it's not porn.
See, I totally thought that was just people rubbing their dicks on something.
That's because you got a dicky mind, Pedro.
Oh, okay. I get it.
Yeah.
Whoop.
Yeah, it's the crayon marks.
Yeah, on the cement. Yeah.
Yep.
I added a story to the news because I saw that just popped up when I went to Reddit.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah,
an even newer okay.
Yeah, no, because they do their releases on Saturdays.
Yeah.
So we always catch it a week late.
So we got that.
Sekiro, Spellforce, EVE Online, Final Fantasy 14.
I'm a little.
Oh,
neat.
GPU load monitor to the HUD. Nice.
Oh, neat. All right. I'm gonna blow some cold air in here and get drinks. There we go.
Yes. Okay.
Someone kicked on a blender.
That's what Ven's AC sounds like. Okay, so live making of the sausage. Let's see. Various live improvements like the GPU, the HUD. Sekiro.
Sekiro. I mean, I put that in the notes already, Pedro.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'll just do something different. Play.
And NVIDIA memory allocation for 3.5.
Mhm.
Haha!
My people's tongue. Wobble up dub dub memes.
Well, GitHub added that status where I can't review your code because my body is in too much pain to think.
Mm-hmm. I am in great pain. Please help me. D9VK, yeah, what Ven will be talking about, it totally happens. That needs to stop happening. People are still playing Final Fantasy XIV. Huh. Does that still require a freaking subscription?
I don't know.
Fantasy 14 subscription. Yep. Yes, it does. Yeah, that's totally Ven's AC.
Okay. So how's the smoothie then?
What?
I don't know.
Yeah,
you
it
were
sounded
running
like you were making smoothies.
there's like a blender going on in the background.
No, that was like the fan I had like jacked to 11 while I was out of here. I was trying to get some cold air. Let's see.
Hot.
I just checked notifications, was making my drinks, and
Oh shit! New Patreons!
Good. Nathan. New Pete. Hopefully Nathan's like, shit, hope they didn't notice. We notice.
It's too late.
Come say hi in Discord.
Oh no. Oh no.
No last name, just Nathan?
I don't do the last names, man.
That's fine. Does it start with a G?
I'm not near those notifications right now. So.
First name Nat, last name Han.
No, Pedro,
Nat
what's
Han.
with the Nathan?
Because I know a Nathan, and his last name starts with a G. That's all I'm saying.
But
Just
is
saying,
is he a G though?
Oh, you all right. Watch this.
No.
All right. And unsubscribed.
You make money penguins sad, dude.
If it was, I would have some things to say.
Lying to your customers is one of the core tenets of capitalism, so man. So some of these meat crayon videos are oof. I feel them. I feel them on my ass.
I like watched like 2 or 3 that I had like legitimate like PTSD of. It's like, nope, I can't watch these, but I thought I would share it.
Yeah. See, I did that injury to myself riding my bike when I was a kid. Basically, my whole chest was just bleeding. So yeah, no, yeah. Watching it happen to other people is cathartic for me.
So Pedro's a sociopath.
And a serial killer.
Yeah.
That last bit, no one needs to know.
Yeah, I think Nori needs a heads up on this one.
Yeah.
She knows.
I mean, unless she's laying out the plastic.
No,
She knows.
No, see, it turns out that Nori is like one of those serial killers who preys on other serial killers, and this has just been like one super long psychoerotic game of like trying to like catch you in the middle of a murder so that she can murder the two of them.
She's killed Lucky Charms and the rabbit.
Strawberry Smiggles,
We've
man.
been dating for 9 years. That's a long ass fucking game.
Man, she's probably even like taking out grape nuts, man. No one wants to take out grape nuts.
Psychosexual mind games, man.
All right,
They're rough.
let's do a show.
All right, let's play some psychosexual mind games with the audience.
Why not? Let's see.
Might as well.
Going to Pat's. We're gonna run that.
So we got
Then
Liberpay.
I got, what do I have loaded? Teas. Merch.
All right.
Then we have
Are we starting off on the support page or?
I'm working on it.
All right.
Then we're gonna go to the equipment
Store.
where I'm doing a good job of adding things to it that we buy. And the wish zone. And remember to point out that both of you guys have one.
Yes. I gotta go through Amazon and add some more shit.
Yeah.
I think I added something to mine. I think it was the Noctua NH14S. Because it'll fit inside this case. And it's like a 14mm fan. Yeah.
I hate putting together those wish lists because we were talking about that earlier.
140.
Where it's like if you want something, you just buy it. I don't like go tell people how much I want this thing.
You know,
I
got like my life hack is I got one for stuff that would go in this room that if the IRS shows up, if whoever gets sued, I'm like, you can only have the stuff in that room. That, and it's also like we're into the expensive shit now. And I'm like, yeah. So we got to do that. All right, beautiful people. Let's do it. We're going to do that. Let's run that. Let's kick off with the Pats, run that down with all the stuff. Then Liberpay, because we got a couple people that have signed up with that.
All right.
That's awesome. Then we got the merch, then studio equipment, then the wish zone. Then we're going to read off all the new beautiful people, and everyone else.
Yep.
And Pedro, I'll give you a fair warning. Go ahead and work on your. You'll need a 1.5. Actually, Scott gets two facts, and Nathan gets 1.5.
This is gonna cut off in the middle of the sentence.
Possibly. We'll fuck it up.
Horrible, awful, burning, and anyways.
Yeah, right. All right, everyone, let's do it. In 3, 2.
Well, it seems that for some reason there's a lot of people out there who like
It's
this bit of
Christmas
insanity.
time,
Yeah,
once a year.
they like this bit of insanity we call Linux Gamecast Weekly. I don't know why, but they do. So thank you all very much, and in that spirit, let's do some shilling for
No.
ourselves.
Yes.
No.
All right. let us grease ourselves up and prostrate ourselves before you, our mighty sponsors who make this possible by going to patreon.com/LinuxGameCast and giving us money to buy lube so that we can continue to oil ourselves and prostrate ourselves. In
You are
front of
truly a wordsmith.
Am I?
Yes,
am
you
I?
are.
Am I not? Yeah. Becoming a Patreon gets you access to a bunch of cool stuff, like access to the Discord channel, so you can dick around with us the other fucking 6 days of the week. You get access to the show notes, so you can watch the show congeal week in and week out, as I add a bunch of stuff, and Ven adds a bunch of stuff, and then
We get in
Pedro adds a bunch of stuff
arguments.
on Saturday morning. So yeah.
Well, you know, we always, I mean, I do the mental bet. Sometimes he comes screeching in on Friday afternoons. Like,
Right, yeah. Yeah. I mean, whenever I have a spare minute, I just like go check in and see what's going on.
It's easier to work on it during the week.
Yeah. But anyways, if you want to see our if you want to see how this show is constructed, you can do that. You can even if you're a Patreon, you can even get invited to game streams that we do. I do stuff on Thursday, Ven does stuff on Friday, and sometimes we open it up to the crowd so that you can play
Pedro does
along.
stuff on Tuesday.
But that's forever alone mode, so yeah.
I keep asking him, like, Pedro, let's do multiplayer on Tuesday, and Pedro's like, no.
You haven't asked me in like 3 weeks.
I don't handle rejection well.
Right. You know, after the 50th time saying no, you think you take a hint, right?
You're dead to me.
Anyways,
We do an extra show every week. We don't put anything behind the paywall. We get a little special spot with the Discord, but we also have the regular live feed, which is botted in with IRC. So come say hi there. We do a preview super shows in, so you can hop in Discord if you want an hour before we go live every Saturday. We're just talking shit with each other and you, and that goes out in podcast form. You get a custom RSS feed, courtesy of Patreon. But if Patreon's not your thing, man, we got LibrePay.
yeah, maybe you need some more Stallman for your money. You can head on over to LibrePay.
We got 3 patrons.
We got 3. We're gonna talk about them a little bit later. But yeah,
Yes.
if you want to give us your GNU/cash, GNU Cash, whatever,
No.
you can send it to us via LibrePay. We got a store.
Psh, you're right. Look at that.
Yeah, if you want to buy some LGC merch, we talked about it for years, and now we finally have it. You can buy a
Confuse your
Hellux
friends, buy
coffee
it for your
mug.
enemies. Yeah.
Right, yeah. Buy it for people you don't like, and just watch as they get confused.
You know,
I mean,
a
the
Hell
show,
Oaks t-shirt really says you care. And
Yeah.
it's double-edged because somebody's like, oh, that's kind of hipster and unique. Of course they're going to have to Google what Linux Gamecast is. And like, you really don't like me as a friend, do you? Like, absolutely
What?
not. I bought you too.
we got to check the SEO though on Hell Elks to make sure that it actually points to us though. I think that's
See, what bothers me, like where my soul should be, is the fact that Hell has an Elks Lodge. And we're talking about Ohio?
Hell Michigan.
Michigan, maybe. They have an Elks Lodge. There's a
Yes.
genuine Hell Elks.
Oh man.
That bothers me. That is not mine. I want it. Eat it. That's one of our Patreon goals. We're going to invade Michigan, allegedly.
Right. I mean, you know, we're gonna need to be equipped in order to invade Michigan. And if you want to see the equipment that we're gonna use to invade
Right.
the state, you can head on over to our Amazon store.
All this is listed at LinuxGameCast.com. I've made an itemized list of everything. We're kind of misusing, like, Amazon's like, use this to sell things. I'm like, this is just everything we got, up to and including the Nikon that we just picked up. And audio stuff, lighting, PC, monitors, storage, network.
Do you have the hair ties on there as well?
Not the hair ties, man. We're still testing those. We don't want to roll those out prematurely. We make sure only the highest quality hair ties from LCC that I can recommend. I actually do recommend the monoball giggity for the camera stand, because I bought that. It was like $20. I was thinking like, some little dinky, just screw it on a post. Big giant. I mean, this thing's like heavier than the stand it's on. Like, it's machined. And it's like, well done.
It's got some balls.
It's like a nine hobo unit, 100%.
But if you want to just buy us some hardware as well, you can. Pedro and I have wish zones.
Yes,
you can access them via
what's the newest thing on your wish zone?
I think it's like a sous vide tank or something.
I don't know. Painfully uncreative. Pedro, what's it?
Mine is a Noctua NH14S because I was looking at like compatibility with the Corsair 270R. It's like, oh, this fits. Okay, so when the 3700, if it gets here, that's gonna get one of those.
So what if you bought like the lowest rated water all-in-one water cooler
and use it to heat a sous vide machine? Yeah.
But you had to use it if somebody got it for you. Would you take it? Would you take the Pepsi challenge?
Lowest rated, no. Aww. I don't want the pump noise.
No, I want it to leak everywhere.
Okay, so to close off our shilling
one
section
for the studio. Nothing else. We get cameras, cooling, really expensive HDMI things, cases. Ignore this. This I'm just like laughing at because the 2050 is. I think it was $899. Now it's $699. It's like you can go better. Come on down.
Yeah, no. When Ryzen 3 Threadripper comes out, that's gonna get remarkably cheaper.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be within range. All right, we got beautiful people.
Yeah, we got mostly Linux and David from LibrePay.
Yeah,
we got Giovanni, former leader of Team Rocket. Stop stealing people's Pokemon, but thank you for donating $6.66. You're part of the Chicago Kicks Ass tier. We got a brand new executive producer in the form of Mr. Scoot Mashoot.
Pedro, I need 2 facts about Scott, previously unknown.
Previously unknown.
Well, you got to uncover some Canadian dirt,
which is different than American dirt. It has a U.
See, I was going to mention the fact that
it comes in bags.
Jordan may or may not have hit on Scott's sister at one point by proxy, and it failed miserably.
At one point, dude, I'm still hitting on Scott's sister.
Everyone's sister's bitten by a moose, man.
We also got Mr. Not Han, who Pedro owes me 1.5 facts for. So what are they?
1.5 facts. Well, let's see. Nathan is a relatively prominent name when it comes to the English language. So
you've already established that Nathan is clearly not a pimp or a man whore.
Yes.
Nathan is a woman whore, clearly.
What if he's a boar whore? I like man whore.
And according to this website I'm looking at now,
it's too late. That's your half fact. Thank Mr. Linux Nuru, John, who is going to be leaving Tanzania soon, but he's giving us some love via PayPal. So
he's like, yo, buy that cube case, and I'm like, okay, but we're gonna do it Ven's way and wait for the used one.
the used cube.
Yeah, I don't feel right, man. Something new with a warranty showing up, it doesn't belong in our studio. It's wrong. Far less chance of it exploding.
Yeah.
I just haven't had time to UNCUT, but I will. Thanks, John. You're awesome. He's been listening for almost as long as Maddie, Maddie's in his new place, man. It's been a minute. It's good to see you.
It has.
All right.
Yeah, we love all the fans. We love all the support. Thank you very much, guys. We really appreciate it. All right, let's talk about shiny Windows nonsense, Ven.
Oh, Core Control. I've been waiting for it because it is clearly labeled as Core Control Application, and that's really all you need to know. More importantly, you need to know how to get on the wrong damn screen, followed by enabling scripts for GitLab.
Yeah, buddy.
Everything is JavaScript nowadays.
Here it is. Core Control, profile, controls, and views. And what am I thinking about? What is it? Well, later on in a minute, we're going to be talking about getting Windows users over to Linux. But I think we need a tool like this with nice, big, colorful, clicky buttons to help people feel at home on the Linux, Jordan.
Yeah, I mean, so here's the thing, right? Like, in principle, I think this is a good idea, right? Because there's a bit of a problem. There are 1,000,000,006 fucking utilities under Linux for configuring your CPU, your fan, your mouse, your GPU. It's very inconvenient, especially if you're like trying to get people to come over to Linux. It's like, hey, you get all this cool control over your hardware, but you're gonna need to like build a bunch of these utilities. So co-locating all of this, it's not a terrible idea. That said, I gotta invoke XKCD 927 every time you try to invoke and create a new standard that encompasses all the other standards. You have just done nothing but create a new standard that will be competing for dominance. I think it's a good plan, but unfortunately the idiosyncrasies of open source projects means that this is probably not going to be the all-inclusive thing that the creator hopes.
In all fairness, the creator does point out, he's like, yo, I know I'm remaking the wheel, but I'm trying to make a superior wheel, which is, again, the XKCD thing. But to the point of needing this, we were talking in the pre-super shows, it might have just been the pre-show when we went live, we need stuff like this, because when people go, like, one thing I didn't like in the description of this was like, you know, an average user, and anytime you read average user, that's code for a Windows user. They need slidey things and dials. Have you seen like the NVIDIA or AMD control panel on Windows?
It's a
Starship moon base, man. You're like, what? It probably has RGB on it.
Under Linux, it's like a fucking bash script, so...
Right.
Yeah, it's just a Zenity window with a couple of values that you can change. That's it.
Pretty much it. Like, overclocking, done. Set the value. I'm glad to see stuff like I would like to see something like one of them to rule them all. I know it's very un-Linux-like, but something that's standardized enough that we'll be seeing on Arch, Fedora, and Canonical's Ubuntu and Debian.
What would be a good thing is like having a modularized one, so like you can make modules and like make your own dashboards.
Oh, what if we made it a GNOME extension?
Right, and then people could like complain about it taking over your computer because you installed a random GNOME extension from God knows fucking where.
But look at it, man. It's going to need the permissions anyway. I'm just saying, two birds, one chance.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, welcome to GNOME. Enter your root password.
With the core CTL, core CTRL specifically, it does work in Fedora 30. I have one of the laptops set up right here, and if you enable the testing repo, you can just download it from the repo and install it. It works. I tried to do the same, and I tried to build it from source on this box, and it wouldn't. It just straight up wouldn't start. So still needs some work apparently, or Solus is doing something wrong.
You just need to enable the native runtime.
It is.
You just need to run it through Proton, clearly.
Yeah. But this is a very good idea, and he specifically says that this you can use core CTRL to apply different profiles depending on which application you're running. And this doesn't only work for Linux applications, it also works, say, if you're running a Proton game, which is a very, very good thing to see if you just point one of the profiles that you create at a specific exe on the Steam apps folder. It will just launch the new profile. It's like, oh, you're running this exe? Okay, then you're running that game, so I'm just going to put it into performance mode.
Well, what would be kind of interesting, because I wonder if you can use that to like preset environment variables, is if people are using Prime on NVIDIA laptops. That'd be a great way to like, if this thing is seamless and doesn't require much in the way of registration, you could have it automatically set the Prime variable so that it runs your application on a dedicated GPU.
It doesn't do that yet.
Well, then it's fucking useless, Pedro. Next
the
story.
only thing it does is set the power settings.
I'm just going to mute Jordan for a minute. He needs a fucking timeout because he's screaming in everyone's ears.
We will get to DixFix in a second, but yeah, it is. It lets you set the like the power targets on your. It lets you set the power governor on the CPU. You can set performance or power save or on demand or whatever your CPU supports. Basically, it'll let you set that. And you can do, supposedly, I didn't get a chance to test this because it didn't work in Solus. So it supposedly lets you do the same thing for the GPU. It lets you set the power target on your NVIDIA or AMD GPU, but I didn't get a chance to test that.
Okay, I've taken you out of timeout, Jordan, because he'll keep going. All right.
Right. Okay. It's a bit of a crapshoot when you're allowed to do that versus when you're not allowed to do that. I don't know these fucking rules that are arbitrary and keep changing.
The rules were screaming into the microphone.
Yeah. All right. Anyways, I thought that's why we have gates for that. Anyways,
We do, and you blew through them, baby. Despite their best effort, they couldn't.
They're not
stop
powerful
the
enough.
Jordan.
Then I'm too powerful, man. It's like Frieza. Anyways, 131 is out. They have a couple of cool fixes. Like there was a Russian released in 1.3 that caused a bunch of rendering glitches and illegal API usage for Sekiro and Spellforce. There's some slightly improved performance for Final Fantasy 14.
Which one's Sekiro? Is that Samurai Die Soul?
Samurai Dark Souls.
Dark Souls. Yeah.
Right. All right.
Yeah. They've also added some better support for Molten VK actually, which is interesting because I guess there are some people who are trying to like actually play Windows games on their Macs.
Of course there are.
Right. So now they're not going to be using geometry shaders for VK exe shader viewport index layer, so that Molten VK can actually utilize the DXVK methods. The other cool thing they added was a monitor, so you can set DXVK HUD to GPU load, and it will show you the load of your GPU, which is going to be very handy for doing performance testing, especially when you're fucking around with ACO shaders, shader compilers, and whatnot.
Yeah, it's a good time to have an AMD card, man. If you want to play with a bleeding edge, that is where you want to be right now. I did kind of chuckle a little bit. I saw that there's a performance enhancement for EVE Online, which I remember beta testing that before. This is how old I am, and it had a Linux version back in, what was it, 99, 2000, that it was just a wine wrapper way back when, and how far we've come.
Oh, the other nice thing they added with this release, though, is if you have a 970, they're trying to do a little bit more efficient memory usage or memory address usage on under NVIDIA. So if you got a 970, then maybe you won't hit that 3.5 gigabyte bug.
Nope. Now we know what Gabe has in his HTPC, dude.
Yeah. Let's be real. Like Gabe probably has like a fucking 3 SLI Quadro Tesla whatever thing in his HTPC.
He strikes me as a more practical. He's a 970 gen. I bet he is.
Yeah, he's a little
He
more
probably
financially
upgraded
responsible.
to like the 1070 or something.
Okay,
when
enough
it
with the
came out.
DXVX. Let's get into the D9VK.
Yes, the D9 VIX.
VIX.
Yes. And this one is codenamed Hypnofrog. Well, it's got a couple of new things, but the biggest news here is that, last week they had an update. And now we have another one hot on the heels. This one, they say that it doesn't necessarily have any like game-specific changes, but it does have a couple of changes which will help in some specific games. And they give the example of, what was it? There were a couple of games here that I have now lost because I've been drinking. How about that? But yeah, there were a couple of games. There are a couple of games mentioned in the release.
It's The Sims. That's what it is.
Yes, The Sims.
You were truly a kind man. I was letting him hang on that.
I was curious that this. I was going through the article because I was really, really hoping that there wasn't any, and Pedro was just making shit up. That was the original goal there.
Now they also improved the Intel driver discards. Again, probably won't work up to as much of a performance improvement as the new Mesa driver, but we'll get to that in a moment. So yeah, it's great to see. And at this point, I have to speculate: are they getting paid, or are they really looking forward to getting paid?
Yes. Dude, it's like breakneck. The only thing I'm waiting for is, I understand why it hasn't been merged in with Proton, because it can be spite nopey, especially like the one game, Gun Heels, Bayonetta, that I wanted to work with, and it's genuinely like I can cut Bayonetta on, can power this up, and I can go right to desktop. That's all I have to do.
Yeah.
Only-
Alt F4 to pay respects.
Yeah, with the D9VK enabled. Outside of that, I mean, it runs well enough. But there's a bunch of older games that I'm looking forward to. I'm paying a lot of attention to the development of it. So,
Indeed.
excellent work.
The other thing they've done is they've ingested the discard optimization stuff from DixVix that we talked about last week, and also R8, G8, B8 was borked, like just straight up borked and not natively supported anyways, so they just stopped supporting it, which I think is a good move. If it doesn't work, don't do it.
Fair enough, man.
LinuxGameCast.
So let's get ready to Cortex. Insane in the Membrane.
Indeed, Insane in the Brain. This is actually an older game, Cortex Command.
This was
They've
like
actually
in the first Humble Bundle, wasn't it?
this is definitely one of the early ones.
Two.
Yeah. But they've released source code, so you can build the engine yourself. You can build the game yourself. Good on Data Realms for releasing the source to a game that they're actively selling still. And you're gonna need to buy it because you're gonna need the game assets, etc., etc. But the first thing I looked at when I saw that they went open source is if they had workshop support, which they do. So I'm very curious what kind of wacky nonsense the modding community can come up with now that they actually have access to the source code, right? Now that you can. I'm dying apparently.
Okay.
But yeah, now that you can sort of develop an understanding for how the game works, now you can write mods to be all sorts of weird, fucky, and
Ooh, this thing's still going for $20.
Yeah. Yeah, it has not dropped in price at all. But to the modding thing, one of the things that I thought is like, okay, they do have workshop support, but they didn't open source whatever integration source code they put to conform to the workshop standard. So that probably won't be the case. But one thing I wouldn't mind if that was the case would be, let's say, if people figured out from Cortex Command how to integrate with like the Steam Workshop, the way it works and the way it downloads mods. You just hit the subscribe button and it automatically downloads. And,
smash that bell, fam.
Yeah, basically. I wouldn't be opposed to having that integrated with Nexus mods. I would like that.
Entirely unrelated, but I just it made me chuckle when it came up at work this week. There's a artifact repository software called Sonatype Nexus, and we were looking. I was debugging some performance issue, and I'm like, Nexus CPU issue, Google, and all that came up was a bunch of like people complaining about Skyrim mods on the fucking Nexus forums. I'm like, well, you know what? I asked for this, so I'm not gonna blame you, Google.
Seems legit. Kind of like gaming performance analytics. It's getting a little bit better. We're almost there.
Oh my god, we got a brand new article from Neon Jasonness Evangelo from Forbes. We talked about this last week. The ACO compiler shader compiler results are very, very promising. In some cases, allowing games under Wine to outperform their Windows compatriots. And this is just sort of like a rundown. This is the sort of Forbesified version of all these articles, so that your average layperson can maybe get a better sense of what this all actually means. But he was talking to Pierre-Luc Garou, and one interesting thing that came up was they're saying that in some cases they're actually seeing better performance via D9VK or DixVix than the actual native Windows drivers for generating shader code, which to me seems like, damn, this is them in fuck around mode. Once they actually once they get ACO up and running and they get all the shader steps like actually running and performant, we're gonna be in like fucking fucky land, man. It's gonna be messed up.
Like when we were talking about this last week, I was like, oh, they're playing with it, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna proton this.
Yeah,
like they are building a that's no moon device.
Yeah, well, and this is something that in the article he mentions that he was using the System 76
Onyx Pro.
Oryx Pro, yeah. And it's got a GTX 2070 Max Q, which is the laptop version. And it's like, okay, that's some nice performance improvements from NVIDIA land, but this is especially good for AMD, because AMD, even on Windows, the OpenGL performance is god-awful, and the Vulkan performance is far below what NVIDIA has been doing with the past few cards and driver releases. So, yeah, this is going to help AMD users a lot.
Mhm.
And for some reason, it's maybe it's that like that Linux user mentality of being attracted to the underdog.
No,
And
I'll
for
tell you
some
what
reason,
this
a
is.
billion-dollar company
This is good.
qualifies.
You will. I'm going to say within the next 6 to 8 months, you will be able to say gaming under Linux with AMD is a better experience than NVIDIA. And be honest when you say that.
Yeah.
Well, and
At least
this,
in like 5 different games, but yes.
but I mean, this isn't the Steam segment, but you know, if you want to bring all the sort of political hubbub around it, this is actually how you make Linux gaming better, right?
Mhm.
Valve, like Epic is throwing money around. They're giving money to Blender. Valve is actually committing code. They said, "Hey, we've identified a problem with drivers under Linux that are causing games to not perform as well as they could be. We are going to work with the people who are making the drivers for Linux to fix this problem, and we're going to create a brand new driver and a brand new shader compiler to address these specific issues." Like this is the real shit. This is actually how you.
What's the alternative? With, like, wait on AMD to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Wait on AMD. Wait on AMD to do it. Wait on Nvidia to fix their shit.
The only thing I worry about looking at that is I get the sads, man, because he's showing a screenshot. You know, it's like, I got these games pulled up, and one of them's Tomb Raider.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, they had a couple native games. They're saying Derp Rally, and Total War.
I want my Tomb Raiders. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah, he's playing it with Proton for this specific example.
Do you think we're actually going to get it with the breakneck development speed of the XVK? Feral's in a sticky situation of like it has to be faster than the Proton version.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
And, they did a good job with Dirt 4. That actually runs
Vulkan, yeah.
considerably faster with the native port than it does with Proton.
Yeah, I think really the only thing that's saving Feral right now from that perspective is that they have contracts signed with a bunch of publishers, and that's what's keeping them afloat. Because I guarantee Squeenix is looking at this DXVK Proton stuff, and they're like, "Wait, we don't have to pay these guys? Okay."
Well, you definitely. I mean, not to get into like the weeds of the business stuff. Feral's already like, okay, focus reshift. Let's do mobile, and we're going to be updating a lot of Mac stuff because Mac is about to like. Canonical 32-bit. Period. So
2020, that's when the new architecture supposedly comes out.
Indeed.
Anyway,
well,
good to see.
I actually really hope that will like really speed up development of like high performance ARM systems. But
do you think maybe like how would we go about marketing Linux better? I think like we get some giant billboards and it's like, don't be a casual, because you know Windows gamers are casual gamers.
Yeah, I
fight me, bro.
I put this in the show notes, but like, yeah, like getting people to switch operating systems is sort of the same as getting people to switch religions. People are really only going to do that due to the promise of sex or death, right?
The only thing I can think, I've always said, don't try to convince somebody to run Linux. They'll know when they're ready to run. You be like, you know, listen, Neo, you know, when the time comes, you won't have to. You'll already be there. You'll be putting the USB drive in yourself. I won't be like, let me set it up for you and disappear out of your life.
Just like Morpheus.
Yeah.
Coming up next, we're going to throw some chairs at Flint Hook, our favorite game about hookers in space.
Space hookers.
Space
the literal
hookers!
hookers in this case.
Yeah,
the people who hook.
Yeah, they hook
We're
things.
talking?
They're hookers.
Yes, with an actual
Literal
perverts, get your
hookers.
Mind out of the guy.
Yeah. There's a giant hook. It through space and it hooks things.
Okay, let's take a look at vote.linuxgamecast.com. And first place, Turkeytron, followed by Part of the Problem. Vert Effect, fair enough. I'll give that a little toot.
I'll
Tetris
give you.
Fears to Me. All right, I like that.
I'll give Pedro making shit up a boat.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Scott System.
Is that like Munchausen by proxy?
Possibly, man.
Hitting
I'll
on
allow
Scott's sister by
I'll
proxy.
allow
Oh man, Scott's sister by proxy has 4 votes now. It's in the lead.
Oh no. What are you doing? Not paying it. I don't know. What are you doing? Trying to entice children? Poorly?
This
With
is
your
my
keg horse?
persona.
Yes. Is that your, like, what? Toy soda? I don't know. So what do we think about the cats? Is that trailer? Is that dangerously furry or just like, nope?
I think
just
it is.
furry.
Yeah, I think it is the correct amount of furry. I think the people who put that together knew exactly who they're marketing that movie towards.
Wasn't
And-
the cats like a big... Oh, thank you, class desk. That was like a big Broadway musical thing, though, right?
Yes.
And it
Yeah.
was on ice.
Cats on Ice. That'd be hilarious, but then
I-
I'd show up and
Ice
there'd be
Cats.
people there. I'm like, boo,
Yes.
that's not what I paid for.
See, I thought you were gonna end that sentence with, but I'd show up with a beanbag gun.
Full of cats. Correct.
Oh shit, new Blade movie.
With Snipes?
No, Mahershala Ali, the dude from he played the villain in the first season of Luke Cage.
Oh, that's lovely. That movie can get fucked.
It doesn't have Wesley Snipes.
Doesn't have Snipes in it, man. That's Blade. I'm sorry. Listen, I've given you Hellboy. Okay, that's fine. The new Hellboy, I can dig it. But no, we can't do that on Blade. I even watched the Blade TV series, and it was really not good.
No, it wasn't.
No,
It's
it
just,
was.
we were
Well,
struggling for TV content in those days, and well, it was better than nothing. Barely.
All right, I gotta take a piss. I'll be back.
Chunder.
Can you feel the chunder?
From a cat down under. You know what? I gotta give him credit, man. I don't know why I dropped off, but like the Thundercats, the series that came back, that was pretty good.
Yeah.
I watched like
Oh.
what?
They're apparently they're doing female Thor for the new Thor movie.
Okay.
I don't know. They're doing the Marvel announcements now. Apparently.
Yeah. I'd still watch it. Is like Chris gonna be in there, or he's like, nah, he's all for the. Well, Chris is gonna be doing Guardians of the Galaxy, man.
Yeah. Well, and that's the thing. Like Marvel has like established canon where there are like multiple heroes operating under the same name at the same time. So like it's basically like the woman Thor plot is like Thor is deemed unworthy, but he's still doing Thor shit, but there's like someone else who's like has the hammer.
I want to see America's ass versus space ass. Make it happen, Marvel.
I think they should make an actual Spider-Man Warren with Nicolas Cage. I think that would be amazing.
Was Natalie Portman in the Marvel things?
Yeah, she was in Thor.
Which
First two.
one? Oh.
She was the love interest.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you know how to use the level?
A level? Yes.
Just checking.
Do I own a level? No.
Yeah, you do.
It's called my phone and
it's
an
in the Play
accelerometer.
Store. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bubble. Bubble level.
Michael Bublé level.
Dude, I was so glad like Bubble Apps came out. That was a game changer. Not that I do a lot of carpentry or anything like that, but the few times I needed to check, it's like awesome. Boop, drop.
I don't know, Katana. I always felt like Thor as a character was always pretty weak. It was always the supporting cast for me that like was interesting.
I could take or leave Thor right up until the third one.
Ragnarok,
And I was like,
yeah.
fuck yes. Okay, we're good. Keep more of this.
Well, I think they just like leaned into let's just make Thor the lovable idiot and like have other interesting characters do shit. Let's have Valkyrie, let's have Hulk, let's have Doctor Strange. Yeah, like
Well, that's another thing. I'll take a Valkyrie movie, dude.
yes, we all want to see more Tessa Thompson because she's great. That was literally the only reason I saw the new Men in Black was because she was in it.
Not gonna lie to you, I saw that pop up with the LVS, and I was like, no, I'm good.
Honestly, like, it's fine for what it is. It's not. It's
I don't even think I can give it a curiosity bang, man. I was like, nah. I like the last one though, where they did the what's his name played a young Tommy Lee Jones.
Thanos, yeah. And then he snaps, and then Will Smith dies.
It happens.
What I want to see is a Namor movie, because Namor is just like fucking mental. He's like, what if Aquaman stopped giving a shit and is like, I'm gonna try and fight America.
Bring it.
And Namor fucks everyone. Like, he will sleep with your wife. He will sleep with his sister, which is a thing. She's into it too.
I don't know. I'm just curious if we're gonna get our own Lobo.
Maybe. Like I said, I think Lobo would work better as like a supporting character and not as his own thing.
You said the same thing about Wolverine that turned out to be true, like for the first 3 times they tried it.
Right? and then they made Logan, but like it literally took them 20 years to get to that fucking point where they're like, you know, let's just make an R-rated X-Men movie.
Well, it took Deadpool getting made.
Yeah.
They're like, wait a minute. People are adulting and want to see that. Like, adults are the ones
Logan
buying
was
the comic
alright.
books, dipshits. Yes, they want the movies too.
That and Logan is just like a really good movie.
Yeah.
It's all right. All right. I'm going to mute so you guys don't hear a Blenditron fan as I inject nice, cool air.
It's the Blender 2.80 beta.
Bullet blend. I think the 280 will be able to use my 20 series NVIDIA card finally.
Can you RTX on though?
Shh.
Oh, I see the horse. That's very good, Foxy.
Pedro AMA.
Yeah, go ahead and ask me anything. Like, literally anything. At this point, the only thing I won't answer is anything that'll get me arrested. Or, you know, volunteered to go into a special place. Basically, I'll plead the fifth at the first opportunity. Is free and open source a superpower? No. It's... At this point, I would argue that it's a necessity. It's something that everyone should be using. Because there are a lot of free and open source bits of software that are very useful out there and that are common knowledge. Firefox. But yeah, there needs to be more. It's like, but that's the thing. It's that's the reason that stuff like core control is necessary, because yeah, Blender, yes.
Oh, what do you call it? Not a duck. You asked me a question earlier. I meant to answer you, but I forgot because I smoke a lot of drugs, so my brain don't work too well. Powerlifting's going good. I had a personal goal yesterday. I did 500 pound squat 5 times. That's pretty nice. Now I can lift half of Pedro's mom.
Actually, my mom is tiny and she is very skinny, so you could probably
So what,
lift
she's
her a
dense-
long
she's-
time ago.
She's made of neutronium, is what you're saying? Ultra dense material, small package.
I wouldn't go so far as to call my mom dense, but
I will.
yeah.
Your mom's dense, Pedro. Not mentally dense, like physically dense. As in, she has a lot of matter in her.
Do I like Marmite? Yes, I do like Marmite, not a duck.
If I really liked going down on people with yeast infections, I think I would like Marmite, but...
I mean, Marmite here, it's basically vinegar spread. It's like, yeah, I'll coat my bread in vinegar.
Not a duck. I highly recommend it. If you're interested in starting powerlifting, check out the Starting Strength program. It does a very good job of teaching you the fundamentals and gets you into like a routine and training block. And it's very effective. They did a study, and people who don't even follow the program properly show significant gains as novice weightlifters. So yeah, no, it's good. It's helped a lot with my depression. It's helped a lot. Like, I'm in like physically better shape, and yeah, I can lift half of Pedro's mom. It's pretty great.
Are you doing the diet that goes along with it too?
Eating a fuck ton? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's if you lift a lot of heavy weights and eat a lot of food, you will gain muscle. Just Google Starting Strength. There's like a lot of good YouTube content on that as well. I recommend Alan Thrall's channel on YouTube. He does a pretty good job of breaking stuff down. And the videos are actually entertaining to watch too, so that helps.
Oh, I started watching, what was it? You Suck at Cooking?
My roommate was really into that.
That's just freaking genius.
His guac recipe is actually legit. That's my guac recipe now.
Yeah, the guac recipe and the like the kale chips recipe. It's like, first step, you put the kale in the corner and you're reminded that it's not better than anyone. Except maybe iceberg lettuce.
I almost tore into someone the other day. They're like, you should eat the salad, it's healthy for you. I'm like, motherfucker, that is iceberg lettuce and tomatoes. That is mostly water content right there.
Yeah, that's like 95% water right there.
Flint Hook! It's the Flint Hook crisis. I don't know, man. Does Flint, Michigan have clean water still? Did they fix that? I don't think they did.
I don't think they did, Brad.
Not yet. I saw someone on Twitter posting like a picture of like their washing machine after it was done washing like a duvet or something. It's like, oh, and it's brown now. It was white at first.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked up. They should divert some government funds and fix that so people don't have to pay Nestle for water. Kale isn't food. Kale is an excuse to act smug.
Kale.
Kale is the Prius of food.
Dude, I don't think I've ever had kale.
I'm more of I like arugula. Arugula is nice.
I hate arugula.
Well, I hate you. You leave my plant wife alone. My salad waifu. Oh, salad son.
Dude,
my
whatever.
spinach is with
Don't do drugs, kids.
Potato Domo. Save me.
Alright. How do I scooch this? Carefully.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
Okay, It's fan off. Unfortunately, you're getting loud, Cashew. Now we melt.
Look like Odo after he's been stuck in one form for too long.
It's like I need to turn into soup.
You need your bucket.
Nikon, little buddy. Good on you. And good on you, little fan.
That's when they ran away and eloped.
Have you bought any like USB desk fans, Pedro?
I have one plugged in right now.
Is it like multi-speed?
No, it's got one speed, on or off.
Wheeze.
It's like an 80mm fan.
Oh,
Not, yeah, it's not big, but it does a good job of circulating air, which is all I'm asking for at this point.
yeah. Well, it's easier to. One thing you learn in a booth is sweat doesn't make noise.
Yeah,
It just makes smell.
I'm used to it, man. I fucking sweat all day Saturday, man. So. And yeah, ripe. All right. We have that, so we can kick to that, and it's loaded. Cool. Let's do this.
Sweet.
Boop. Record. All right. Weezer. Say it ain't so, Reseeks.
Your love is like a heartbreaker.
Sure. The fuck's wrong with your fingers, son?
It's the hook.
Hookworm?
It's the hook.
In 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Chair Acquisition, ladies and gentlemen. Apparently, Ben Stone does not know the hook, the iconic, the everlasting, the non-stop hook. This is where we take a game and we throw some chairs at it. This week we're throwing we must survive trial from Fedora, Solus, and Fedorf, and then and only then.
I was about to say you can't hook and
isn't
talk at
fun.
the same time.
Listen, I can hook and do many things, just not talk. Yeah, this is Flint Hook. It's developed by Tribute Games. It's done on FNA. Thank you, Ethan, for making everything just work out of the box. You can pick up for about 15 American wet stinky filth dollars. What is it? Live the life of Space Captain Flint Hook. Not Captain Flint, not Captain Hook, Flint Hook. Armed with your mighty hook shot, you canny slow motion powers, and your trusty plasma pistol. Not plasma, it's plasma. Captain Plasma. Plunder and fight.
Wait, do you think that was like a legit thing, like from Genesis, or was like a typo? And it's like, I'm just gonna own that. That's plasma.
It's Poe's Law. You can't quite tell.
I just straight up copied that from their Steam.
Oh
store
no,
page,
no.
so,
That's legitimately what it is in game. That's what I was asking.
Yeah. It's like Star Wars, Captain Plasma. Anyways, fight your way through an infinite variety of randomly assembled spaceships for treasure, loot, and fame. We gotta thank Artheron for sending us this game because he sent us this game so we can throw chairs at it.
I think there might be a connection.
Possibly.
Possibly.
We can't tell. We need more science. So, Ben, how did it work on Fedorf?
Oh man, Fedorf. Ladies and gentlemen, Fedorf is much like regular Fedora. This is Fedorf 30, but it's running the bleeding edge kernel, stable-ish, and a couple of other things hacked. It's basically our production box. Anyway, Threadripper 1920X, 32 gigajoules of RAM, NVMe's, SSDs, and all that fun stuff. With a 2060 displayed at UHD 3840 by 2160, no issues. I mean, clean bill of health on that. I mean, this critter launched, it ran full screen, ran in winded mode. That's like really all I can ask from it. 60 FERPs is going to 60. Didn't see it drop below that. It's Hipster Pixel. One would assume it would maintain that, which it did. And as I said, Hipster Pixel, that's the graphics, but no glitches. I didn't see any issues, artifacting, or anything like that. So with controls, they worked out of the box. Picked up the X-Clone controller. and hit the go button, and everything worked out. Right up until the point where I got tired of like the batshit default controls. It's like, wait a minute, I'm going to change it. And it's like, no, you're on the easy mode. We have a more batshit insane configuration, but that's all you get, Brad. So I'm digging you a chair for that, because even though this game came out in 2017, you should have had rebindable controls even back then. So I'll give you a solid 3.
Yeah, on Fedora 30, it's just stock Fedora, no Dorf. With the i7-6700K and the GTX 1080 Ti, does it launch? Yeah, it does. And gotta give it credit where credit's due. It's a hipster pixel game that comes in at sub 500 megabytes. It's a little hard to ask these days, but here we are. Performance in it 1080p. Yeah, it's pixels, so it'll run well. And graphics also pixels. They show up on the screen. Everything's visually distinct. You don't get character blind. You do get swarmed by a bunch of green things though, and sometimes you just fucking die. I didn't get any fancy DualShock prompts, but I think that may have had to do with my Steam input configuration. Pedro has a different report, but I'll give it 4 chairs, clean bill of health.
Yeah, and over here in Solus Land, with the native runtime disabled and using Steam's own runtime, it launches out of the box. The performance, yeah, it's FNA. It's going to work really well. The graphics, yeah, it's 16-bit-ish looking hipster pixel. There's a lot of detail in the background. It causes some of that character / hazard blindness. But yeah, nothing to dig in a chair for. And the controls, yeah, I totally got some DualShock prompts, because when I got to the main menu and it said press, and it showed a little black icon with a blue X in the middle. It's like, so is that an X or a cross like the one you get on the DualShock? It's like, that looks like a cross. Oh, look at that. It shows the circle and the square and the triangle. It's like, oh, neat. That was like the first time I ever noticed that. I'm sure there were games before that, but I didn't have DualShock back then. So yeah, no, clean bill of health on this one.
Okay, so don't try and rebind the controls. What about fun? And do you have fun with roguelikes? Because I know you love them so much. So much.
Dude, look at it. It's glorious. It's beautiful. And P.S. Fuck Rogue Anythings, Jordan, by the way, since you brought that up. Honestly, the only thing I hate worse is, well, damn it, it also has procedurally generated levels, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. It's kind of beautiful. At least it's not, well, fuck me 3 times. It's also hipster pixel. But at least by this point, it's like it's a roguelite. Okay, procedurally generated levels. Okay, and it's hipster pixel. At least the chiptunes, man, my brain had already recoiled in terror. It was no longer able to communicate with my spine. Therefore, the chiptune bullshit didn't bother me so much. I was like, all right. That said, look at the pixel art. It's fucking amazing. It is bright. It is colored. It is detailed, as Pedro pointed out. And you're not going to run into character blindness. Everything is extremely well done, true to form. And speaking of true to form, the chiptune bullshit sounds legit. It sounds like something you might have had on your Master System, on your NES, back in the day. I wouldn't say C64, like maybe, you'd need like a Roland Sound mod on a regular DOS PC. I bought it. I wasn't like, you couldn't have pulled this off. Very true to form. The controls, reasonably tight, despite not being rebindable. I guess, if you were doing the thing, like, that's really authentic, Ven. I was like, but in the bad way. It's Groundhog Day. That's a fucking movie. You shouldn't have made it a game. And it's not your fault. I feel the same way about Dead Cells. Highly unpopular. Basically anything where I run out and I play, I get deaded, killed to death. And it's like, start over again. Maintain your motivation. To which I'll say, nay. So just one chair. Nothing against the game itself. Just fuck the entire genre. LGC cares.
I mean, here's the thing. If you enjoyed Rogue Legacy, you will enjoy this game. Period. My one real gripe here is really that you need to move and aim with the same stick, and apparently there's an upgrade that you can buy later on that allows you to aim and not move, which would be nice. Because there are many situations in this fucking game where you end up in some goofy fucking position because you had to like move to aim, and then you tried to like aim at something else, and then you walked into spikes and you took a bunch of damage. You're like, fuck. Yeah, it's just kind of like a standard roguelike Metroidvania fare. The music is actually really good. I think that's like the big standout is they got some banging tracks here. And yeah, I mean it does an okay job as a Metroidvania. It's very well done. But I'm just bad at this particular type of game because there's a bit of a shmup element here because you really do have to mind your health and trying to dodge things and aim and not get hit does not play well with my particular brand of ADHD. So
You do not get cocky, son. Not in this game.
no, you
No.
don't. You really don't. But it is definitely something you can sink your teeth into. There's a lot of content here, and it does what Rogue Legacy did. So if you enjoyed that, you'll enjoy this. 2 cheers. Woo!
Yeah, I enjoyed Rogue Legacy. I did not enjoy this one. Well, that's my opinion given away in a sentence. If I was to be sent to gamer prison and I could only ever play one game for the rest of my life, the only options I was given was Shovel Knight and Flint Hook, I'd pick Flint Hook. Now, that particular hypothetical scenario that I presented may seem a little bit convoluted, but I've genuinely grown to hate 2D hipster pixel platformers. They need to do something a little bit different for me to really get hooked, pun intended. But it's, yeah, I
You're dead to me, Pedro.
I prefer this one to Shovel Knight, that's for sure. But I wouldn't play either unless I absolutely had to.
How?
It's
Shovel Knight had save points. It let you like manage
They're-
your accomplishments.
Yeah, this one does too.
This
It
is
lets
lived, I
you
repeat. I fully
progress.
expected fucking Tom Cruise to show up.
It lets you progress your own character abilities and the relics that you collect that give you certain bonuses. You get to keep those in between runs. Even if you die, you get to keep those, but then you have to start everything from scratch. They're 2D platformers that are solely focused on movement. That seems to be their particular strong point, and this one, it feels great when you can actually land the hook shots and basically get through an entire section of any level without ever touching the floor. It feels great, but personally, I couldn't do that very often, and more often than not, I ended up just getting killed. But so yeah, that for me, it was that feeling of satisfaction was unreliable at best. My own fault. And there are some roguelike mechanics, the ones that make it very much feel like it is Rogue Legacy, but they're not enough. Not for me anyway. So I'll give it 2 chairs. It is a fun game, and it has the it has everything that it needs to be a really good platformer. I'm just done with the genre at this point.
Why do you hate
Okay.
genres?
Because you're all a bunch of freaking genre phobes. All right, so there you go. Flint Hook, it's all right. If you don't like roguelikes, you probably won't like this game.
No,
If
you will not like
rogue-
this game.
One thing
I really wanted to throw in was most definitely when I first launched the game and I played it. Thanks again, Arthur, and for sending it. I mean, you never know until you try it, right? But for like the first 20 minutes of the game, it's like, oh, this is kind of fun. All right, I see. You got a little upgrade system. You go to different ships. Then it died. I put the game down. I was like, okay, I'll get back to this later. And like the next day I came back and I was like, okay, let's pick back. What? Oh, got to start all over again. Yeah, it's one of these. Then I lost interest. And that, I don't know. I don't think I'm the only person like that. I just want you to know, fair warning, that that's a thing. If you don't like that type of game, not going to change your mind.
No, definitely not. All right, coming up next, I got to remind Ven to arm track 5, and then we're going to get into the hate mail.
That's their new boy band. Arm Track 5.
Arm.
Track. Just like heroin tracks. They're like tracks. By our powers combined.
Oh man, yeah, no, it's just straight up heroin tracks in the shape of a 5.
What was it? Winobot? Have you seen that? That was probably before you. Yeah, it was before Jordan's time. Pedro might be of the age to have witnessed.
Oh,
that.
Tim and Eric.
It's like Wonder
Tim and
shows
Eric.
and
Wonder shows and yeah.
Scott's sister by proxy. Vote.linuxgamecast.com. Tetris fears me. Fair enough. Artifact. Space hookers. We could probably make that work. The used tube. Space story. Tetris fears. Don't be a casual. Superior veal.
I'll give Turkeytron a vote.
Gobulocks.
Thousands of years ago in the future. What did Will ever do to you, Katana?
Huh?
Fire at will.
Fucking Will. Will's a bastard.
Someone needs to play some fucking Dungeons and Dragons with Will. Let me tell you. I've been that guy, man.
What? Arguing religion after 3 drinks?
No. Well, I don't need any drinks to argue religion, man.
I just don't argue religion because I'm like, that's silly.
I'm just like I'm a very visceral like annoyance reaction to religion.
That's the what's it? Big Bang Theory thing?
Yeah.
Yeah. I knew the character. I'd never seen an episode of that. I was going to watch the one with Waz on it. I just couldn't bring myself to do it.
Probably for the best.
Yeah, maybe.
You won't laugh.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, whenever someone brings up the religion talk, my one go-to is having a religion's like having a dick. Half of the world has one, but nothing gives you the right to shove it down my throat.
That's why we don't talk about religion, because you have horrible puns and sayings like that. We're trying to save the world of ear cancer, Pedro. One ear at a time.
That's usually my go-to, and everyone goes, okay.
Pennywise, I'm telling you, man. I mean, if you're going to be doing the heroin.
Yeah, you gotta take an Imodium and laxative and have them fight out.
Dude.
Fight them out. I really wish Steam would tell you how long the game took to download. It's like, oh yeah, delete dangerous finished.
Oh.
Mine's still paused.
I got. Here's the thing. I got so much bandwidth now. I remember in the old department, I was like so concerned about usage.
I remember you coming in over fucking. I have like wake up in cold sweats. I'm like, he's on Wi-Fi trying to talk on Skype.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember when your bandwidth was rough.
Yes, it's like being a man dying of thirst and then getting shoved in a swimming pool.
Drink that chlorine, bitch. Drink.
Not even the chlorine, all the kitty urine, and like the poop particles. Yeah, being a fat kid at a pool is not fun. It is fun when you do cannonballs, but that's the only fun part.
I do the like I fucked myself up multiple times at the university at University of Georgia because they have the like high dive, like the Olympic.
Right, yeah.
And it's like, it's like, yeah, you can just get on. It's like cool. Like, yeah, go ahead. It's indoors.
Whee!
Yeah.
Splat.
Whack. Then like 30 minutes later of like kind of late, it's like, all right, I got this. I got this. Take 2. Same shit. You have to, like, you think, right, that gravity and terminal velocity, not that you'd reach terminal velocity, but just like momentum, lining that up's difficult, man. There's like balance on the way. There's time to think on the way down is what I'm getting.
There's a reason it's a like it's you compete on it, right? Like it's a skill.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of things. That's one of those things that like a lot of nerds don't tend to understand about physical activity is like it takes quite a bit of brain power to force your body to do the thing and fight your instincts. To like when you get under a really heavy barbell, like your brain just immediately goes into panic mode and you spend a lot of mental energy just like fighting that.
Isn't that right, Pedro?
Really heavy barbell, it drops onto your chest, and then you have to try to. It's like nope, 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 nope.
Oh, okay. Archer's getting a new series, and what's his name's leaving, and apparently Archer's going to wake up.
Who's leaving? Cyril?
No, the dude who's like writing it.
Oh, really? 'Cause he's like the only guy who writes that shit.
They could use some new blood.
You know what? I honestly, I think Archer should end. I think it's had a good run.
Doesn't have much of an edge anymore. I've tried to watch Space Archer, and it's like I don't dislike it, but it's not enough to keep me coming back. Yeah.
Seasons 1 to 4 and Archer Vice still hold up. And there's some okay stuff in season 5 and 6, but yeah, you're right. It's definitely lost its edge. Oh man, how much time do we have left on the taco clock? 4 minutes.
4:30.
Do I have time to poop?
I don't know.
I'll find out.
The poop clock gets its original use once again.
I don't know, man. He's gonna come back. He's gonna forget his colon. Going to be on the loo, just like flipping around, wheezing, praying for a merciful death. But it's filled with pre-cooked chicken.
So it's filled with parasites, is what you're saying.
Delicious pre-cooked chicken, Pedro.
Parasites and salmonella.
You don't really run into that in the States because they bleach their chicken. That's an euphemism. Carefully, Pedro. It's done carefully.
Yeah, it has to be, because otherwise it would just straight up taste like bleach.
What, you don't like pool flavored chicken? What's wrong with you?
Yeah, no, something about the idea of the stuff that gets rid of lime scale all over the place here. Yeah, no, don't put that in chicken.
Chlorinated chicken's best chicken. It's like a rise chicken to rise and just squeals a little bit. Flops around a bit, and it's like, oh man. We don't need our chickens addicted to chlorine.
See, I have breaded chicken for lunch. It's if I'm in the office, it's like we go to Tesco's and we go to the hot deli and we get some breaded chicken. That's our lunch. But chlorine.
That's the thing. They're having like a bit of a row with the United States. They're like, oh, if you want to work out a trade deal, you have to accept our chlorinated chicken.
Yeah, that's the thing about Brexit. That's
something we're not going to discuss on the show. Isn't that right, Pedro?
Yes.
Thank you.
Besides the pound tanking.
All right. I'll let him get it out of his system. Let me know when it's out of your system. Told you he was going to forget his colon.
I guess there was no poop.
There was. I was.
Did you
Listen,
wipe?
No, did you like leave your colon in there to finish?
Yes.
Okay. I don't know how your particular body works, but
Listen,
okay.
man, I told you deworming him was a good idea.
No, like honestly, seriously, cooking more has drastically improved the quality of my shits.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. That's what you came here for.
I mean, no, like ask a doctor, right? Like so much of your medical health,
I don't
can be
think
inferred by
anybody
poop.
at 10:34 to Saturday night's planning to ask the doctor. Just gonna be real with you.
Well, what kind of fucked up weirdos are these people?
Hey man, you're the one with bagged milk, not me.
And dirt with a U in it. Dirt.
Dirt?
Dirt. Dirt.
At least they took the number 7 out of it.
I don't know, man. You think they're gonna try and do something stupid with like the 9th Fast and the Furious movie?
I thought they were just going to like you see the Fast and Furious.
The Final Furious.
The one with the Fast and Furious minus Vin Diesel plus a supervillain.
Yeah, plus Idris Elba. Yeah, Hobbs and
I'm
Shaw.
watching that.
No
shame.
It looks goofy as shit.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just like fine. We've been running the Too Fast or Furious movies at like 10.5. Just go ahead and cut it to 11 and let them do that. And
Yeah,
like, oh,
yeah. Just drop all the pretense. This is a fucking superhero movie.
Yeah.
It's
just go for it, man. Jason Statham, The Rock. All right, eat some popcorn.
Speaking
then
of
all
Idris
of
Elba, I watched The Dark Tower today. It was on Netflix, and I'm like, I need something to watch while I eat.
I didn't listen.
I couldn't pull the trigger on that.
This is what I'm going to say about the Dark Tower movie. I watched it. I didn't have any strong reaction to it. It's like, well,
No, it's a perfectly watchable movie.
Okay,
And that's all it is.
Has nothing to do with the Dark Tower series beyond the names, but
I've never seen the original material. I never read the original material, so can't comment on that. But it is a perfectly watchable movie.
well, what I find interesting is it's supposed to take place after the last book, which those of you who read the Dark Tower understand what that actually means. But
spoilers.
right. I like how Stephen King had to actually include an apology letter before the chapter where he ended the book.
Hey, man,
I'm not even joking. That's like a straight up thing.
In all fairness, at least he put an end on it. I mean, he's doesn't have legendary status on like putting a bow. He's like, yeah, and then the book's over. By period. The end.
Yep.
Like, all right. This is
No,
not an
we'll
over
get to see-
exaggeration. I thought he got like bad shit on for not doing that. That's the thing with Mr. King.
He doesn't.
We'll get to see all the angry nerds with George R.R. Martin and the end of the Game of Thrones movies.
That's cute. You think he's gonna finish that before he dies? At this point, he's just like, "Fuck it, man."
I have the money. Fuck you all.
No, like on his deathbed, he's gonna be like, "I have the winds of winter fully written, and a dream of spring, and I have it buried, and I've left the treasure," and just like leave some fucking convoluted fucking treasure map, and eventually they find it, and it's just it's just like a naked picture of George R.R. Martin on a trampoline. That's the real ending to Game of
Tablet
Thrones.
playing that GIF on loop.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
all right,
that's the real
all
ending
right,
to
all
A Song of
right.
Ice and Fire.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Did you arm track 5?
Not yet.
All right.
Now, I've armed track 5. Are you happy?
No,
Good.
I'm never happy.
You're the one who asked for it.
You always take his side, Pedro.
That's not
I
even
really
remotely true.
don't. I really don't.
Not even
It's
remotely
like, I
true.
always get tag teamed by you two, man. Come on.
I mean, that's another tag team.
That's a whole different like YouTube
Yeah.
too, man. Didn't they do that on like Twitch where you can like only watch if you're a paid subscriber?
They have that for VODs where.
Ah.
Oh wait, no, they are actually doing subscriber exclusive streams. They've announced that as a feature for partners.
But if you're a partner, you can't simulcast to YouTube.
Oh yeah, it's really cute. Twitch is like, you meet all the requirements, and we're like, thank you patrons, thank you people, LibrePay, and everybody helping us out, and we tell Twitch to eat a bag of dicks.
Because we can run Nginx.
Right? How's that video coming, by the way?
It's going.
All right.
Yeah. I'm doing like an article. I don't know if like a video of a terminal running Docker run is particularly useful.
Explaining how it's done, yeah, it would be like that's
Just
the whole point.
getting
Like
it
going
set
because
up,
that's why I was
yeah.
saying like try to do it with like what is the droplet thing, so you could take them through the web interface.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Try to simplify it
like,
to the point where you'd be like, I wouldn't ever do it this way, but
here is a specific use case that you at home can. Okay.
right. Yeah, one of those. Okay.
All right. Yeah. No. The other thing too is I'm rewriting the container to be a little less stupid.
Okay. So we're armed. Record. Armed. In 3, 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and everyone in between, we've reached the end of the show. And chances are we probably said something
Wait a minute.
that...
All right. What if you're like above or what if you're like a fucking Vorlon and I just heard you say that shit? What do you mean in between, you peasant ant?
If you're an alien and you're watching Linux Gamecast Weekly, I have to ask, what the hell's wrong with you?
Nanu, motherfucker.
if you are a Vorlon watching Linux Gamecast Weekly, please send us a spaceship because we want to get off this fucking planet.
That would be kind of sweet.
Yeah, that'd be actually kind of nice. But hey, if you want to send us maybe to download codes to 3D print our own starship,
you wouldn't download a spaceship, would you?
Wait a minute. All right. Real talk. Would you even?
I would download a spaceship.
I would absolutely.
We would call that body 1 and body 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, go to LinuxGameCast.com. Fill out the form. Just make sure LGC Weekly is the show that you're sending your hate mail to. And we'll be happy to feature your message right here, right now. If you're willing to have some sass thrown at you in the meantime.
Some spass?
Yes, some spass.
Chlorinated space?
It's the best space.
All right. Hey, man.
But I do have to say, if you're a game developer and you'd like us to have a look at your game, you need to send us 3 Steam keys.
Copies. Do it for yourself.
Yes.
Do yourself that favor, because even if we don't get around to the cheer acquisition, that's 3 people. We do 3 streams a week. We might play it, might not. We're not going to sell it. I mean, for fuck's sake. So, yeah.
We will be honest, but we do all need to play it.
There's also a good chance that it'll never get redeemed and just kind of sit in a curator thing.
Sponsored by G2A and Green Men Gaming.
Epic Games cares.
So the first one comes from Dimko. And Dimko says, hello, comrades. 2 feedbacks. If
What are
Uncle
you, like
Scroogle-
Count Chocula from Russia? The fuck accent's
yes.
that? All right, go
If
for
Uncle
it.
Chocula's from
Scroogle is
Transylvania.
not paying you any currency, screw him and go to bitch. Why Jordan gluing pubes to his face again? Kind retards, Dimko.
Well, the
So,
answer to
thank you,
that
Dimko.
is because I love the taste of pubes and glue. I have a problem. Leave me alone. I'm living my best
It
life.
really sounded like you said fubes, and I'm like, what's a fube? I want one.
It's like a pube, but it's foobed.
I
It's
thought
a
it was
pube
like-
that acts like a fuse. You just string it.
To me, lads, it genuinely sounds like pubes in aerosol form.
Spray pubes.
We could buy a Jordan scented fubes.
I mean,
a little
you
spritz, and you're all of a sudden sterile.
You can distill it from. Yeah, you can distill it from my bathwater.
Okay.
It's kind of like mace.
It's like
It
a
repels
spray-on
everything.
condom. I gotcha.
Yeah, exactly. It's a condom for the rest of you.
Don't bother with those full body condoms. No, use my bathwater.
Unfortunately, it's prescription only. Don't ask.
The Svung pubes.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, coming up next, Jackie says mucho hate. Fuck that, Pedro. You're Spanish. Go for it.
Hola. Hombre Pedro está no good. Hablados musto toro shit. Me gusta handsome muchacho from Canananada. That's all. Muchas gracias. Jaquito Lunas. P.S. We want empty.
Da.
Hashtag to fuck.
I don't fucking know. That doesn't even make sense in Spanish.
Maybe it could be like encrypted Portuguese, man. Like the Brazilian guy.
This is this themed hate mail segment where we just get a bunch of word salads and then we read them to you.
Pretty much, yeah.
I'm just worried it's going to be like the fucking Bucky shit from Captain America. We read too many. And
Like we straight up activated some sort of Russian sleeper agent. 100%.
Like out of nowhere, man. We're like installing like a Windows 10 USB key. Like, what the fuck?
Must kill
Basically,
Ronald
the only
Reagan.
thing I got from that is that Jackie wants more empty. Okay.
Empty
Also,
what?
Just the Mike T hands, I presume.
That sounds
no,
right.
just empty videos. You just click on
Just
the YouTube
empty.
video.
Void.
Yeah.
Soul sucking Linux.
You click play, and then it just RMRFs your entire file system.
And on that bombshell, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let's cue the music. You can always find this nightmare train, this nonsense, these shenanigans, these fubes, if you will, coming to you live, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Ask the Google, ask the Bing. I don't know, the Bing might make fun of you, Tub and Linux. When that is, or just go to LinuxGameCast.com. Smash that schedule button, fam, and it's kind of just listed right there every time we go live. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at Vinstone on Twitter. That's kind of our official for the web zone thing. Don't ask, long story. If like my personal thing, I use at Vin on mass.linuxgamecast.com. That's more run-of-the-mill Vin thought type stuff. Just as sexy as you might imagine.
I'm Jordan Svung. I am the sexiest of all the fubes, and you can find me on the Twitter at The Burning Fool or on Mastodon at Frojo at mass.linuxgamecast.com. And I will make sure that you are 100% sterile or your money back.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
I don't guarantee it. Pedro does. Tell him who you are. Tell him how to get in contact with you for those refunds.
And
Pedro.
I am the least sexy fube. You can find me on Twitter at @unaccounted4. That's where I usually make the mistake of replying to one of Clarkson's tweets, and all of a sudden I have a tweet that has like 100 likes, and what the hell?
Problem is it's always Kelly Clarkson. And you're like, I love your car show, and she's very confused.
Yeah.
Not that Clarkson, but yes.
Reddit's motherfucker.
It really whips the penguins off of alignments.
Fuck you. LGC cares.
Alignment? What's that? Alignment. Never heard of it.
It's chaotic evil. We got to thank all the lovely executive producers, Turbo patrons. Yeah, we got Arthurian, we got Mr. Foxdog, Empty, the Atomic Ass, Mike G, Barbrampt, Drummer. We got Aldius and Hoplo and Justin and Scoot. Oh my God, Scoot. And look at all these
Also,
names
Matt, too. I don't know why he's not in there. Producers. All right, go for it. Chris, Craig, Admiral, JT, Sildat, Ryan, help
David,
me out,
Nick,
fuckers.
Joe Angel, Steve, Douglas, Steve. Michael, Gaius, Stonyfish, Mr.
Ruben.
Alert, Brad Hess, Corey K, Mike W, Detargus,
9
Todd,
bullets.
Macedoni, 9 bullets, Sherwin von Havenstein, Kolsta, Nibbles, Mr. Amish, Basil, O'Dung, Vertnog.
All the dungs.
And look at all those people who sent us hardware, including Mike G, who
Mike
sent us
G
all our
is
hardware.
just straight up running away with it.
I don't know,
My-
man.
my-
Linux Nerd is like, he's playing the long game. He's notching up. Like when he finally like
No.
moved up in second.
We're gonna get a creative fiber baboons eventually, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
All right. Wow. Look at all those people who have contributed to this show. Really makes you feel special, doesn't it? In like a short bus way.
Well,
you know?
you can definitely worry about people's sanity.
I don't. My sanity is gone out the window. Come join us. The water's lemon.
Pretty much. Goodbye.
It's that time of year.
To pay your taxes.
It's probably a little late for that, isn't it?
So, I mean,
send
if
a
you
check.
still haven't paid your taxes in July, you have problems. Bye.
Send a checkmate out to cash to Linux Gamecast
Yes,
LLC.
send a checkmate.
Yes.
Send us
So
some chess
checkmate?
pieces.
It's a checkmate.
Aw.
What did Mr. Foxdog post?
I don't know. Mention? Was your name not in the
Oh.
credits real hit? I thought they were.
That's so janky. I love it.
You can't even read that.
I like the as it zooms across.
Australia, not even once.
Steam Linux update of the week.
All right, I'll be back.
You gotta go collect your colon,
Yeah, I gotta wipe for round
see if
2.
it's done. It's like, stop. It's in there. It's doing lines code.
I
Yeah,
always do cocaine up my ass. It's the
Foxy,
only
you
way.
can totally improve the readability on that if you make the shadow slightly darker.
Foxy's like, here's the thing I'm fucking around with. Pedro critiquing that.
I know how to change the color value of something in Blender.
You know how to be
And
that
that's
guy
about
on the
it.
internet. That's what you know.
It's like that's the one thing I know.
I genuinely have to, every time I get to Blender, I'm like, I always forget like to edit the tab button. I always have to Google that. Like, how do I change? Oh, no.
That's a butt plug.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to make a
Man,
fun.
chess is ruined nowadays.
Not really. I don't know how you play chess.
Look at that. That's a butt plug.
So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do something that is highly irresponsible. No one else really does this, so I thought we should do it. I'm sure some people do it. I just don't know. We're going to open the lines up to everyone in Discord. They can hop into after shows in a minute, and we're going to play some video games.
I think some YouTubers have like the community night thing where they actually open up and
Yeah, but we just finished a 4-hour rock block, and we're
Oh
doing
yeah,
it.
no, fuck that.
We're all that and a side of bleach. Chlorine.
Taste of chlorine.
Chlorinated ferps, or whatever the hell Jordan said. Oh, it is ridiculous. Good on you, little fan.
Still going.
Still fucking going, baby. And it's
Yep.
warm in here. It's got to be 28, 29 right now. And I got on a rayon shirt because I'm a dumbass.
I too have a button-up shirt on, but it's a short-sleeved one.
Nope, rayon. This is the same material the hoods are made of. Okay, riddle me this. Because Mike is just constantly giving me a hard time about my black shirts. Relentless, day in, day out. So earlier this week, I was looking at I wanted like a Hawaiian shirt, right? I'm like, fuck it. They only have short sleeve Hawaiian shirts.
Yeah, that's what they're meant for, to go out in the sun, bright colors and whatnot.
Yeah, fuck that noise. I just need a Hawaiian print shirt with long sleeves so I can avoid that sun. Because I'll wear that shit in public.
With the sleeves all the way down.
Of course. That is what I purchased the shirt with said sleeves for. These are only rolled up when I'm indoors, baby.
Yeah, no, see, that's even in the winter, my long sleeved shirts are always rolled up above my elbow. So yeah.
I mean, I'm under an umbrella anyway, but still. Safety. Watching Miami Vice? No. I have nothing against Miami Vice. I just never... Wasn't there a Ferrari in it?
The white one, yes.
Ah.
That was a Ferrari, wasn't it?
I want to say it was.
Yep, it was an F430.
Okay.
Oh, that's a new one. Never mind.
Where did I put this?
It was a Testarossa, the original one.
Yay, that's what a finished show looks like.
That one.
I was quickly talked out of it by my brother. There was like a 20, possibly 23-second period where I was going to get a Ferrari Dino. He's never heard of a Ferrari Dino. Okay.
Oh, the Porsche looking one. Yes.
The little bitchy Ferrari. Yeah.
Yes.
Let me rephrase it. The one they made in my price range. That one.
The
one
Fiat of its time.
The
yes.
one that's not even considered a Ferrari by Ferrari owners. And yeah, my brother was just like, no, you're not buying that. I'll disown you. I don't know. He got rid of his, though. He had the, what was that one? The Magnum PI. That one. The Tom Selleck one. I'm not a Ferrari person.
Tom Selleck Ferrari.
It's a cheap one, too. I mean, they're not expensive.
308 GTV.
That sounds about right. I know the rims for that thing are outrageous. Brownouts. Back home. Where have you gone, Mr. Alert? From what country do you hail?
I remember there was a Christmas. I was already in
I remember
university.
Christmas. Oh, what? There's one.
Yeah. I was already in university and I went home for Christmas. And I remember my mom had just put the turkey in the oven. And it just went completely like brown out. Like all the lights that were on just dimmed, but they stayed on. It's like, what the hell?
That looks like that belongs on mildly penis. You know it does. I'm just the one that had to say it because I'm me.
Whatever camera you took that on, Mir, don't ever use it again, or
does it have a dick filter? Merely penis. Yes.
Yes.
You
That is absolutely
fucking
what that was.
burble juggernaut empty. Yes, merely penis. So what do you think? We got to do one more small segment of Linux Carcast. The mid-engine Corvette. I will never buy another ICE car, but intrigued looking at that and saying there's going to be a 60,000 base model.
Okay, yeah, 60,000. It makes it more appealing. It's still about twice as much as I'd ever be willing to spend on a car, but yes. And we're talking like freaking that car better have all the amenities for 30,000 at that point.
30. What am I going to end up paying? I'll probably end up paying like 40
For the
Tesla.
yeah.
This is the long game. Here's the biggest problem. I have a perfectly good car. To me, it's like it's a brand new car. It's a 2010 Turbojetta. And
Jesus Christ, Mir has a thick neck.
that's not the word we used.
No, just look at Empty's comment right below that.
I saw
Okay.
Empty's comment below that. I'm just I didn't want to tread over old grounds.
I was about to say. I mean, have you eaten this?
Have
Look
I
at
eaten?
necks. You're like,
Have I eaten penis this evening? No, not yet.
all right.
The night is young.
Don't give up hope, son.
Yeah.
Oh, the night is young now.
The night is young, dumb, and full of
40,000
cum.
pounds. Yeah. Well,
I
I
could
want to
shoot
do a Top
Russian
Gear challenge
unicorn.
where Pedro and I were going to hop in the Tesla and try to make it cross country while Jordan takes a bus from Athens and we'll go to San Diego and see who makes it there first.
Right, because I assume you two will like actively kill each other on the road.
Oh no,
and
we'll
I'll
get along
just-
great. We'll just talk shit. But here's the difficulty: we can't use superchargers.
Oh, we actually have to sit there for a few hours.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. No supercharging allowed.
I mean, for me, it's just like, I'm gonna go rewatch Futurama.
Yeah, you get chilled out. You get like maxed Wi-Fi package.
Yeah.
You know, it
Get
stops
all the
for dinner.
LTEs or 5Gs.
Well, that's one thing. I mean, it's not going to be like a direct bus cross country.
Maybe.
So
Maybe it'll be space internet.
I thought that would be fun.
It's happening, Ron Paul.
That-
Jeff.
10,000 a
companies.
week thing. It's still ongoing.
We need to make that. We could get like hard mode. We could go like to the tip of like South America.
What? So we can go visit the family stone hiding out in Argentina?
I legitimately.
I
have
just
family
wanna
in
try some of
Argentina,
those,
so,
Bits of candy.
If we go to Sao Paulo, I can hang out. I have family and shit there. Like,
this is one of the reasons I'm no longer on Facebook.
I can speak Portuguese badly.
right. Well, yeah, I'm the one with citizenship there, and you're the one who can actually speak the language. It's great. I'm literally just gonna like carry you around by the scruff of your neck.
What the fuck
and hold you up to
Are you
people.
trying to build like Autism Voltron? No, I will not allow
Yes, and I will be the center, and you can be the legs. I'll ride on your shoulders.
this. Pirate. Rawr, one leg.
That's certainly more readable, Foxy, but that
Can you be the butt for the joke? Look at that oot. The toot? Is that what we're gonna call it? The Tesla oot?
Oh yeah, the Tesla pickup that Simone Gertz
Yeah,
built.
but that's more like a sports oot, like a Ford, because
Yeah,
it's got that useless
it is
short-ass
totally a
back.
Tesla
Yeah.
Ute.
Yeah.
It's a Tesla Ute. That's
It
what it
is.
is.
I don't know, man. The Model S is key. They're
I
doing
mean,
42 right now.
So like you don't lease or whatever the Model 3 is, right? You just straight out buy them. That's the idea.
I just buy it, yeah. I don't lease things.
Yeah. So like yeah, you just fucking do that. Buy it and carve it up because you own the fucking thing.
Don't lease one and carve it up, however.
Yeah, don't do that. Well, that's because you're borrowing the car.
Then you're going to have to pay for it, and chances are you're not going to keep it.
Well, that was the whole thing when I first got turbojetted, because I had like months of like free services and oil changes and shit. And when I first brought it back for an oil change, the dude like came out of the service center, nice dealership. So I'd never take it to a dealership to get an oil change, but it was free. He was like, "Sir, we'd like to talk to you about your engine," because I'd already like slapped the whole kit on it and redid the exhaust and stage 2 turbos. And it's like, I paid cash for it. It's paid for. He was like, "Oh, that's pretty neat." And I was like, "All right, go change your oil." He was getting ready to have like a talk of like, what do we do about this? You know, somebody kidding out their damn car. Don't do that is what I'm saying. Or do it. Just record the reaction. It'll make a great reaction video.
Yeah, and then just like throw glitter at them.
Oh, glitter under the hood.
Yeah, aerosol glitter just. Surprise, motherfucker.
I wonder how much glitter you could suspend in a hot air balloon.
How big a hot air balloon? Like a standard like one you send 3 people up in or whatever.
I guess. I just like I want to go to like a hot air balloon thing where everybody's doing that with a bullhorn and like scream, "Why do you hate the environment?"
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a hot air balloon is just you're burning shit.
Petrol, right?
Yeah.
Heat up that helium.
No, man. Oh, hydrogen hot air balloon race.
The last one to
wait,
hit
hang
the
on.
ground wins.
While we're engaged in Roman candle warfare.
Oh no. No, and that's the thing. We have to transport manatees on these hot air balloons.
You see, now you're getting a, no, I'm talking like, we can have parachutes, okay?
No, but the manatees can't. They gotta ride these hydrogen air balloons.
Just get hovertees. They're like manatees, but with more hover.
But, well, how do you build them, right? You need the hot air balloon.
Carefully.
The Heidenberg manatee.
Oh man, don't you love eating at Panera manatees?
The hidden manatee.
We don't have that in Canada, apparently.
Panera manatee soup. Yeah, man, they're great. They're everywhere.
They call them sea cows. Do they taste like steak?
Where's the beef? In the water, bitch.
Man, people are freaking out about fucking
My beef wears the snorkel.
artificial beef. Listen, I want good artificial beef, man. Like,
Yeah,
that would,
artificial beef that tastes like the actual thing. Yeah,
yeah,
totally.
if-
Give me.
Yeah,
Give me.
if you can do that,
Can
great,
you engineer
yeah.
it to feel pain, though?
Probably.
I mean, that's what makes it tasty, right?
Right.
You could probably engineer it to like scream, please don't stop.
I would never be able to eat it. I couldn't get past the erection.
That's a good thing you can't perform autofellatio, is what I'm saying. Oh man.
All right, I gotta get something to drink. Then we'll hop into the after
do
shows,
I.
and we are playing Mean Green.
Min
Yes.
grins.
Okay,
Oh,
Jordan,
man.
you entertain.
Okay. I'm going to do a little dance for you, and it's called sitting in the same spot because I can't dance.
What's the name of the game? God damn it.
The Mean Greens.
There it is. All right.
Yeah.
I'm doing the thing where I put the link.
Yeah.
Ha.
Yeah, it's still $1, so
Yeah, it's 99 pence, man. Like 86 pence. We're gonna give it the business.
it was $1.39 when I bought it.
Oh man, urban interpretive. I read that as like interpretive hipster. My brain did, and there's like no such thing.
All hipsters are interpretive hipsters, then.
Can you play it with the control? Well, it's on Unreal Engine 4. It should kind of support the controller.
I mean, Steam input kind of makes shit work.
Yeah, sometimes it's way too optimistic. Sometimes.
It can. I've in my experience, it's been an okay enough job for shooters. Mean.
Mean
God.
Green. Empty
It's
sin.
Mean Girls, the game.
Jordan sin.
All right, can I don't see Ven invite to play.
No,
the
Ven's not
Mean
in yet. I'm not going in hard mode until everyone.
Then I will invite people, because fuck, why not?
Okay, that'll be fun. Everyone, you're playing in Canada.
Woo! I mean, I got good internet. I don't even know if it's fucking. All right, this is disgusting looking. Let's do it. We're gonna fight in a bathtub. Invite only. Create. All right. Yeah, it doesn't capture the
Okay,
fucking
I've never
cursor,
started
so-
this game before, so this is gonna be interesting.
So I gotta be mindful. Invite friends. Are you my friend? Friend.
Pedro's not our
Friend.
Yeah, I am.
Unbro.
Friend.
Well, I gotta get you down here in team group. Boop, boop.
There I am.
So waiting on Mr. Foxdog and
You didn't
I
volunteer,
mean-
man. Why were you volunteering people all of a sudden? What's up with that?
because I am their master and they must obey me.
I wanted to change the controls first.
See, this is how Jordan
I've
does
taken
stuff,
control.
and that's why he's alone. Hurry up! I'm like, fuck off. We'll start our own game. All right.
Okay, let me change the controls first.
Group selected items. I will name you Group. I am Group. Sorry, everyone at home. I had to make that joke. I couldn't help myself. That'd be done. The Mean Greens? Boop.
There we go. I thought it was WASD. It always is.
paused.
And we got Chatterino. All right, now we can not play the game while Vin goes and does stuff.
All right.
You
Yeah.
got weekly.
So should I send out invites again?
Well, I gotta go like get
All
something
right.
to drink. Cool. Yeah.
All right. Well, then,
That was loud.
bam.
Let's just change the sound options and bring the master down a little bit. Okay. Now play game.
Play game.
Play game. You can mute players by clicking their name in the lobby.
All right. Scoot.
Poopy poop.
Mr. Scooty Poofs.
There's a scoot. Perhaps. You know, one thing well, since the 3700X decided to take its sweet time, thanks for that, Amazon, motherfuckers.
Tell me how angry you are about it, Pedro. No,
I am
no,
very angry about it because I put the frickin' order in on the 10th, and it's now the 21st, and motherfuckers still haven't sent the goddamn processor. It hasn't even been dispatched yet.
Like I said, this is just so good. The salt is.
It's like
It's very salty. You know,
330 pounds or 320 pounds that you could be getting out of that. It's like, no, we don't want your money. We're just going to hold on to it.
I love how first world problems this is.
It
Oh,
is.
no. my Ryzen CPU.
It is freaking first world problems, but I am freaking salty about it.
Poor baby. I feel so bad. If I could pinch your cheek, I would pinch it very, very hard.
But yeah, as I was saying, since it hasn't shown up yet, I went on eBay and I bought another old laptop. It's a Dell Latitude 5470, and it didn't have RAM, hard drive, or really anything that made it work. It basically was just the shell, the screen, and the motherboard with the processor in it. So I had to get a Wi-Fi card, and I just used one of the SSDs that I have lying around. And it's a really nice laptop, actually. I mean, for I think it was 120 pounds for the shell without all of the stuff in it. Like, really nice. Really, really nice. It's got an i5 6200U, which is just the typical dual core hyper-threaded, but with 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM and the Samsung 750 Evo. It's a really nice laptop. I was running PowerTop after doing all of the optimizations on it. It's like, oh, it idles at 3.6 watts. That's nice.
I'm stuck on a 3-year-old Mac at work, and I don't want the upgrade because it's just a newer Mac, and it's one of the ones that just runs super hot.
Yep.
And it has the fucking touch bar, and I don't want to have to play Doom at work on a little fucking touch bar. That's not what I'm about. It's not my life. I really would just love a nice Linux workstation. That would
Yeah.
just make my life so much simpler.
That System 76 Thelios.
I have a ThinkPad that runs Linux and will do my job, do what I needed to do perfectly.
Then why don't you use it?
Because I can't get it cleared by security at the company.
Don't tell them about it. Sneak it in key by key.
Yeah.
That's one of the
Just like-
advantages of being one of the people looking at the network at my job. It's like, oh, there's this Dell Precision 1510 just running Linux there, and no one says anything.
Well, I mean, it's good of you to take a break from kleptoing shit, but
I don't steal shit from work.
I mean,
borrow it. See,
we've
look,
seen
it still
you-
has
we've
numbers
seen
on it right here.
You've
That's
sho-
not
you've showed
stolen.
it, you've showed it
See?
off on the show.
Yeah, I've
It's
showed
like-
it off on the show, and then I had to give back the goddamn XPS, which that was a nice laptop.
Then you bitched and moaned for like 2 weeks straight. And they're like, fine, here.
I have a Precision with a Xeon and a Quadroid. It's like, yes, thank you.
Okay, do you have a game thing started, Jordan?
Yeah, I shot you an invite. I can shoot you another one.
Burning Wool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ta-da.
Play game, man. Okay, good. Yeah, we're gonna need it.
We are going to
Yes.
light up the after shows, and so if you want to join in that nonsense,
Oh,
or you can
God.
just jump in if you're listening live.
Yeah.
Kick over to the after shows and do. Let me bring that up so people can participate.
You know, it's fantastic is if more people want to join because we can probably have a bunch of more people in. I think 1, 2, 3, 4.
Let me see.
I think we can
We
actually have like another
five more people.
Yeah, so just sound off in Discord if you
Yeah, it's 6 aside. So yeah, 5 more.
yeah.
How dare you?
How dare
Foxy,
I?
you're
Dare
doing
what?
maths. Stop it.
You monster.
You fucking math wizard. How dare you?
I'm far from a math wizard, that's sure.
With your freaking wizard hat and wizard beard.
It's like I didn't think it was a real wizard. then he showed me his beard. Then I was like, please, wizard, put your pants back on.
Listen, man, wizards are way too advanced for pants.
No,
It holds them back.
Foxy's a munchkin.
That's true. Foxy.
Oh, no.
Jill is correct. Foxy is our favorite munchkin.
He played a munchkin in off to see the wizard.
The lollipop guild. The lollipop guild.
Lollipop Guild. Lollipop Guild.
Yes, that. That munchkin.
We are the Lollipop Kids. Lollipop
I-
Kids.
All right, so who we got? We got 3 on 3 plus me.
Apparently.
Yes.
That's what it looks like at this
We're gonna
point.
need it because Scott and Empty are good at shooters.
I don't care. All right, let's do it. Let's get
All
wrecked.
right, ready?
All right, let's do it.
Do it. Do it. All right.
Do it. Jill, ready up.
Okay.
Oh, there we go. Never mind.
It's happening.
It's a good one. I've never launched this before,
doing
so
something, that's for sure.
yeah.
Yeah, I picked.
Laptop,
Yeah,
okay.
it's really
That's
creepy. Look
an
at
interesting
that.
app.
Yeah,
Oh.
look at that fucked up octopus.
That's something we didn't address during
That's
Space Hooker
cool.
was like everyone's an octopus.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, here's
Oh,
my
I'm listening to
team.
the
Oh
music
wow,
right
this
now.
mouse sensitivity is
Yeah.
just all over the
It's
place.
right into the Valkyries.
Oh, are you playing it in full screen?
Oh, cool. No fall damage.
Yeah.
Cut it into
Aim
windowed mode.
sensitivity, let's bring that down to 3.
So, on a scale of the fuck all are we supposed to be doing?
Well, we're
Shooting the
supposed to-
green guys.
Oh, we're
Yeah.
playing
Get the
like...
flag. It's capture the flag.
Yeah,
Yep.
capture flag.
Oh, collect flags. Okay.
Don't jump in the water.
Love the smell of
I've
bath
got-
bombs in the morning.
Yeah, and you
Ooh.
can bounce off of rubber objects
Okay.
and jelly objects.
Oh, so you bounce on
No,
the
I
rubber
can't go up
duckies.
there.
Gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh god
Can
damn
you
it. I drowned.
can you fire the cannons?
Damn it! Damn it!
Where's
That
the
was,
shooting?
that was quick.
So sprint.
No, shit.
Whee! No fall
Damn it,
damage.
Scott. Alright.
Oh, I can't.
Yo!
Okay.
Whoa! Alright.
Kapla!
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Hi, Ducky. You want to be my friend?
Oh, god damn it. Someone spotted me. It was Scott.
Yeah, Scott's
I'm looking more.
Scott's a bit of a monster.
Oh,
I'm hearing Ride of the Valkyries right now.
Dun, dun, dun,
Oh, you
dun,
did.
dun, 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 dun,
Yeah, exactly.
dun, 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 dun.
You sniping mother...
Charge! Oh shit, reloading. Oh, that didn't work.
Reloading.
oh.
What are you doing
I-
up there, Scotty?
I
Come
killed
on.
Foxy.
Take
That's
the flag.
fun.
That's what we got to do.
I'm
Alright.
watching the ducks they go.
Scott is just straight up camping,
Yeah.
is what he's
It's
doing.
called defend.
Yes, he is.
Nope, that's camping.
All right.
Outside of Canada. Canada.
Tetsuo!
Oh.
Oh,
I keep not jumping far enough.
oh god damn it! I fell in the water again.
Yeah.
See, I'm gonna keep an
Damn
eye
it.
out for fuckers coming over here.
Oh, I'm a woman soldier now.
Hi. I got a flag.
Watch out!
You got a flag?
Yeah.
Watch out for that fucking duck. I
Oh.
see you,
Flag.
motherfucker.
That flag. Okay, that one.
Oh, the flags are in our base. They're in the middle of the map.
Oh yeah, don't jump in the water.
Yeah, they're on the sides. Yeah.
I remember someone mentioning that.
Yeah, the
I empty.
water. I'm trying to jump on one of the
Can I change classes?
Oh, man. You can fire
No,
rubber
there-
cannons.
duckies.
There is no class. Everyone has every weapon.
Okay. Protect me onto the ducky. Okay. Please, ducky.
There. Good.
All right, lads. I'm
I'm on
coming in.
ducky.
I'm coming in, duck.
Yay.
Bowie and Fox Dog.
Oh my fucking god!
I'd invite you to eat shit, my friend.
And then eat shit I did. All right.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Gotta try and get.
Oh, such a cute octopus. It's so
Oh, hello.
cute.
Aha! Yeah! Yeah! Damn it! Eat all the shit.
Oh,
Oh, empty.
empty got me. Empty.
Oh no.
Yeah, well,
Well, at least
Okay.
I got you the other
Um,
side.
okay.
God damn
Oh,
this water.
Good jump. Good jump.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Okay. Please protect me, my fellow soldiers.
Oh,
Well, I
good.
tried to jump.
Empty. Empty. And protect me with that big ass stick of yours. Ow! Okay. Where are you? Right behind.
This is like the absolute worst move.
No. No. Bad.
Ah!
Okay.
Alright, I tried.
Health is auto regenerating.
Fuck.
Okay.
Right off.
Alright.
Fuck! I'm out of sniper food.
Yep.
Loading. Alright, come on. I'm nearly there. Protect me.
Come on,
Do
lads.
not fuck up now. Okay. Run.
All right.
Yes! That's one flag.
One Scott down.
Oh,
Okay. We've got 2 to go.
Jill, what's your strategy to ride in circles?
I
Pretty much.
Yeah.
All right.
See, yeah.
I just need to know what I'm working with.
Hey, I'm not. I'm hiding.
Okay.
No, I'm not dead. So.
I mean, we need you to
Okay,
capture
no,
the flag.
Ducky.
Hi, Jill.
Who's nicking our flag?
No one.
Is that? No one?
Seeing shit.
No. Oi!
Play
Damn it.
No, I'm
blunder.
not. That was a
Gotcha.
over there.
Oh,
That's a Jill.
Almost got you.
My flag.
Ah.
My flag.
Okay.
Almost got Scott. I'm doing all right though.
Hey, Jared, did you get one of them?
Kapla!
Whoa.
Ah, fuck. Damn it, Scott.
All right. Time for yellow rocket.
That shotgun is terrible. Okay, let's not use the shotgun.
Lads, I'm coming in with a flag, so cover would be appreciated.
All right.
Oh, someone get him. Get Ven. Oh, there you go.
Oh, almost.
Hey, thank you, Scotty. Hey.
Go team. Question mark.
Okay, so that one's not
Alright.
there.
Give me flag.
Oh, hang on, there's a flag.
There
All
you
right.
go.
You can take the flag.
You-
I'm fine with that.
Oh. Okay.
Dollar
Oh, no,
stealing
no,
bitch.
Empty flag was up there.
No. Well, that didn't work.
Hello.
Oh god, I got no rockets. Had no big penis food.
Headshot.
Not no rockets, but you must fly.
Maybe.
Ah, damn it. Fuck.
Come on.
Dick.
Gotcha. Woohoo!
Oh no, ducky. No, bad duck. That's a very bad duck. Shit.
I'll go around in circles. I don't mind.
I don't want to walk around in circles. Walk around in circles.
Oh, no, I'm happy. But I killed someone.
Oh, wow.
I'm happy. Patrick.
Yeah. Good for you, Jill.
Fuck a duck.
Fuck all these ducks.
No, there's like two of them I like. I've named them.
What are their names?
Gary. And go fuck
Let's-
yourself.
All right. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself.
Oh.
Headshot.
Hi, Pedro.
Nice.
Hi, Jordan.
Oh, someone. Who's got a flag?
Jill,
Someone's got a
don't-
flag. Who's got a
Go.
flag? Yep, Scotty, put it in the holder thingy for us.
Scotty,
Yes.
Scotty,
Yeah.
put it in the hole. Put it in the hole, Scotty. Damn
Put
it.
the lotion in the basket.
Fell in the water.
Incoming.
Yeah. Oh.
Remember, there's
Hello?
3 hold.
Oh, there is a mirror in here now. Oh, okay.
Oh,
Ah,
trying to go on that
actually,
ship.
it's not a mirror. It's a Mr. Alert plane on Mirror's machine.
Alan is not a fan of competition taking place without his involvement.
Yeah.
Okay, where are those bullets?
God damn it.
Ha! Hi, Canada.
Oh, there's a sniper rifle. Cool.
Yeah, I just found it, bitch.
Yeah, you got all kind. Oh, I got a flamethrower. Ooh.
Yeah, the flamethrower sucks.
Yeah, it does.
It's not bad against the skeletons, though.
You're a fucking skeleton. I don't know, man. What,
Not skeleton hating person.
Autonomous,
I mean,
because your server
listen,
room is a
listen.
Faraday
Deep down
cage.
inside, everyone has a skeleton in them.
Ow. Who did that?
Dick.
Okay.
I would say it's on now, but we both know it's not.
No, it's on.
Is
Yeah,
it
but
on
it's
like
like
Donkey
it's
Kong?
like Canada on, man. So that's
Oh,
like,
there's someone. There's one.
It's
there's one,
and like
there's one,
Donkey
there's one.
King.
Come
Oh, we lost.
on. Yay!
Wow.
Oh.
okay. Okay, we'll play one more. One more.
Hey, I technically won.
7 ping.
I did okay. I mean, I just fucking tried to stop them from getting the flag, and then I got murked by Scott a whole bunch. We can vote for maps.
I don't know
Let's
any.
go.
Rock and roll.
Yeah,
I vote random.
Tabletop Wars. Tabletop Wars.
Oh my.
Oh, it's the kitchen. I am the Chill King. Bow before my chilliness.
Run? Is it
I
actually a
want that
race?
oven. I wonder if I can get that laser cut where it just says burning. I want
Burning.
Yes.
what kind of oven do you have? Oh, it's burning.
It just says burning. I want that. I want that IRL.
Whee! Zip lines.
Fuck. It's doing that thing with the cursor again.
Yeah, it does that.
Push off the enemy's cup. Oh, okay.
What?
Ooh, fire.
Oh, that happened.
That's what we've got to do.
I don't know. I was just standing. There we go.
Oh no
That's
no
better.
no no.
Oh, laggy bits.
Yeah, the FERPs on this one are a bit
No.
not there.
Oh, hello.
Oh,
What? I'm getting
Oh, I'm stuck in a
122. That's with streaming.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened there.
Come on, push. Oh, god damn it. Come on, push.
Push.
Pushing.
Too easy.
No. Fuck.
You, Foxy, are
Aw.
am you pregnant?
Foxy.
Oh,
and
god
Ben
damn
got Foxy. Yay, Ben. Yay, Ben.
LGC cares.
Whoa.
I'm figuring out how to use a sniper rifle, so you guys are going to be moderately fucked.
Right click for scope. Is about all I can tell you.
You can kind of get the physics down.
This looks like close quarters combat. So let's do this.
It's like you understand everything now, Mr. Alert.
I understand
Understands
nothing.
This isn't rocket
Oh,
surgery.
that's bright. That's
Oh
very
my
bright.
god. That's like a ton of... Whoa, lag.
How do you have lag?
Ooh,
I don't know.
you're getting.
Oh,
Alright.
Damn it, Fox. Damn it, Pedro. You stole my kill.
Shut
on,
up and
team.
take the win.
Yeah, right. Fuck you. I'm out. Damn it.
Alright, well, I killed Scoot, so
oh,
I
jeez,
feel
I've
good
only got a
about that.
77 ping. Well, I'll be buggered.
Oh, nice,
Bye.
Foxy. Woo!
Alright, killed Mir.
Donuts.
Wait, are we one person? No, we're one person up. Come on.
Donuts. I get
Yeah, but
donuts.
one of us is Jill,
What
though,
the hell?
so...
I fell off the zipline.
Oh,
Hey.
Hey, man, don't talk like Jill's found a really good
God
spot
damn
to
it.
hide on the map.
Yeah. Laugh it up, Chuckles.
she intends to.
All right. For real, I'm not
no.
fucking around. God, what do you mean no ammo?
Damn it!
Scott figured me out.
Yeah,
Alright, well...
well.
You fucking campy wamper.
Well, we're meant to be pushing off the cup, so. Get
You're
on
a
with it.
Push off whatever I want.
Don't push my cup, you shmup.
Push my shmup, you cup.
Oh, who got me that one? Oh, Scoots.
No mercy.
I died.
This sync all the. Yeah,
No.
the tan,
Damn it.
tan
Damn it! I
guys
just got cut down.
blend in.
Yeah,
So
Scoot kicked my ass too.
Oh.
Oh, hey, the aiming's
Ow,
actually
ow,
pretty
ow,
good.
ow, 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 ow.
Oh
You guys
yeah,
get a
you know,
flag?
you know what? That's actually not. That's oh shit. Fuck. Right.
Someone help me push with this.
All right, I'm about to get mobbed. I lose.
And we win.
Lose.
Alright.
Yay! go Foxy.
All right, I think I got the most kills
Go
on our
fuck
team.
yourself.
Wow.
Yes, you
Wow.
did. Jordan.
Wow, Pedro, that was. I thought you would have done better. I'm
2
just-
kills, 5 assists. That's the best I can do.
Man, that game closes easy.
Yeah.
It's got that going for it, huh?
Oh, lost connection.
Alt
no.
F4.
Alt F4 to pay respects.
Ah,
We survived. This is not a bad little game.
Alright.
You,
that's
Yeah,
fun.
isn't it
Yeah.
fun, Ben?
no.
No.
Are we gonna have a fight,
Ian.
Pedro? Once you were the student, but now I am the master. You
No.
strike me down, I'll become more
no.
powerful than you'll ever
He's-
imagine.
look at your wired ass, man. He's got the hot tech.
Yeah, I'm going over blue teeth.
Yeah, so yeah, mine works.
Yeah, mine works now too.
Microsoft
There's-
works.
Listen, man, there's some bugs in the future, but nothing that can't be hammered out.
You know what? To be fair, like the Bluetooth situation on Linux is pretty fucking fantastic. compared to
Yeah, it was
Windows.
just when they introduced the mandatory encryption, they forgot to account for devices which have none, like a game controller.
Yeah,
This
nobody
camera has
expected the
Bluetooth
Spanish
on it, but I
encryption.
haven't fucked with it.
Oh
Ranger.
man, how hot
was
do you
good.
think it would get if it was running Bluetooth?
I don't know. I've disabled that. I have it in full fucking manual mode. So it's like not doing any processing. I set arbitrary f-stop and all that shit. So it's
So-
just live view, sensor, HDMI. That's all it's doing.
I love the jankitude of it though, just because like now in addition to the hair tie, there's the fan.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting there, man.
It's, what I bought
Pretty-
it for is going to be brilliant because I can use it just for recording.
Pretty soon it's gonna be coal powered.
Fuck yeah, it is. How did you know?
Because
You got plans to the camera star? God damn it.
Yeah.
Darth pain in my ass.
Unlimited power. Coal
Unlimited
power.
pain.
It's clean coal, man. It's the thing. You burn it. It releases fresh carbon into the air to freshen it.
There it is. Okay.
Clean coal is relative.
I mean...
Clean coal's bullshit. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, a clean
Yeah.
coal is just straight up bullshit.
Hey man, you gotta give California credit. They're like, we're gonna quit burning coal. And like, what are you gonna do? Burn natural gas. I was like, well, you tried.
It
I mean-
generates about 0.2% less carbon monoxide.
Hey man, you gotta start somewhere.
Dioxide, but anyway.
You know what? One day we'll live to regret not investing in thorium.
You know, you can't make bombs with thorium reactors. I mean, I've been over this.
I know it's miserable.
They're
I know
useless.
I know you just want to build bombs, but
Absolute shit.
Without, like,
That's one thing
Why?
about coal is that a lot of
okay,
times
hang on.
when
We,
use
we
it-
got a Pedro drama moment.
Okay.
No, it's
You
just
remember we
Kenny
found out
Loggins
that
playing
they-
with the boys, blaring in my ears.
Oh, you're fantasizing. Get it.
playing with the boys.
Honestly, France has got it figured out. They're like, fuck it, we'll just build nuke plants. Done.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. But France and Spain now have full-on days where it's all just renewables.
I mean, nuclear power isn't necessarily renewable, but you know,
There's a lot of it, and it doesn't.
It's-
Yeah, space is big and full of uranium and thorium and all these other elements that we can fucking mash together to generate radiation. To
and
boil
then its
water.
waste is also
to-
solid, so we can get rid of it. I mean, there is a whole bunch of stories, sci-fi stories of like, we took all this nuclear waste and we put it in a rocket, and it didn't go correctly, and it came back to Earth, and oh god, no! Like, so yeah,
How-
there is, it's not perfect, but
I mean, it is. You just shoot it into the sun.
Yeah.
But I mean, as long as you're smart enough to design up a rocket that's gonna successfully get there. Like if it crashes on the way up, that's a problem. But
Fortunately, we're in a stage of technological development where
Technological.
technological development
that we have to
where
die.
that sun don't give a fuck. We can't realistically do anything to the sun that could damage it.
oh no,
I
no,
don't
I'm
know,
talking
man.
about if it
Listen.
fails to leave Earth, if it tries and it's.
I know for a fact
No.
both of you motherfuckers saw that episode of Doctor Who. So yeah. Maple Leaf.
I never watched any Doctor Who, ever.
Oh, the one where Doctor Who drops a open Stargate into a sun?
Yes. Why'd you bring it up?
Yes. Very
no,
good
no.
Farscape
Well-
reference there.
Well, you forget the fact where
Probably.
where the Stargate on the other end was hooked up to a black hole, right? They shot it into a black hole, and it collapsed.
I have
So-
no idea whether you guys are telling the truth or not.
There might be a little bit of
I assume
embellishment
everybody's
with a dash
lying
of
and the
fanfic.
truth.
That's what
It-
I'm assuming too, but it's,
It's
like
all true.
there
It's
is
all-
like a 1%
Li-
chance that
But
they're
anyway,
actually talking about
when
legitimate
the,
blah, blah, blah,
listen,
I have
man,
no
when the
idea.
Defiant dropped out of warp, that's when shit got real, though.
Yeah, Scott, it's in the Bible. You just need to read it.
Clearly,
And Jesus spake. Dax,
it's
beat
right
me
after
up.
the part they get back from the bar with Krishna, and
Yeah,
it's pretty fucking metal after that.
yeah.
Well, it was a good thing they had weapons at maximum.
Now, see, I know that's a Star Trek reference. That's the one I know.
Poor Scott.
Hey man, Scotch Rise.
How?
Jordan, how can you stand for this? Canadian, lacking
not.
Well,
He's sitting down.
Yeah,
Literal.
how can he stand for this? He's sitting down.
I can sit for it like this. Look at how well I'm sitting.
Oh, it's magical. I'm looking.
Looking.
I think
Yes,
he
that-
means he's trying to find a great combination of mutators that will.
Oh, I hadn't even thought about doing that. Thanks, Scott.
Damn you.
All right, so I need to.
You know, Rocket Cars, I'm suspecting that, you know, I like the Playing with the Boys song, because that's the second time in
Every time you
10
say
minutes.
that, I just imagine you like fondling your
Yeah,
junk.
every time you say it, it's like, oh, we're gonna play it again.
I don't know, but it's like it went to one of the other songs, and now it's back to Kenny Loggins. Okay.
Hey man,
No,
they paid a lot
right.
of money for that, so they're going
Listen, man, I know how much you want to play with the boys. I know how you ache for it. For the
Clearly.
Yes.
Yeah, first game of the evening.
no boost.
Oh, damn it, missed the boost. Whoa. Oh, did we have the like weird handbrake thing going on?
Weird head break.
I was slipping and
Yeah, the
sliding.
controller going all funky. Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Usually a tap of X gets rid of that.
Yeah, I just
They are in the
flail
game.
randomly until
I didn't hear the.
it's
Yeah, that's
almost
what I do, I just mash the
indistinguishable from
keys.
my normal play visual. Oh, wrong way. Can I redeem myself?
Nope.
Yes, I can. No, I can't. No lies. Don't
Nope.
listen to me.
No is the answer to that.
The moral of the story is never
Oh,
try.
who was that?
Nope.
That was
Hi.
Scott.
Oh, you did.
God damn it.
Wait. No.
Hooray!
Damn it, Pedro. You were so much closer than I was able to.
Than anyone else, yes.
Come on, give me this one.
Very good.
Nice.
Nice. Yay.
All right.
That was the
I get
last
an
way to
goal.
assist
do it.
for that. I was the last one to touch it before Ven.
How did you not get an assist? Because you were on the other side of the fucking field, Pedro. That's why.
So were you.
Okay.
Nope. Overshot that. Don't chase the bulls.
No. Thank you, Foxy.
Good, good, good. All right, somebody demo Foxy. And there we go.
Oh, yes. Bloody hell.
Nine.
I know.
If we manage to quit hating each other long enough to cooperate, you're fucked.
Nice, Pedro.
I got lucky with that one.
No, fuck off, Scott.
Nope.
No one ever says, hi, Scott. Have a great day, Scott.
Not when he's trying to demo me.
Wow, yeah. Can't believe
I'm not
boys
trying to
do
demo,
that.
it's trying to steal your boost.
I just dodged. Who the fuck did I
That
just
toe.
dodge? That's not going in. Sarah.
Nope.
Nope. Swing and a miss. That's not going in.
Come on, jump in. Oh, come on, Empty. Come on, Jordan.
Factored empty making contact with that. Hey, that was cumulative. I didn't mean to hit whoever I just hit. Somebody
Yeah, no,
slammed into me.
I was in
Oh,
midair,
see,
so I
Scotty,
had
you
no
are trying to
control.
demo me.
I was actually going for the ball.
Oh, no, empty. Oh.
Empty disappeared. Empty's not here, man.
Oh.
Dave's not here, man.
I saw like a good Discord server. It was
Oh,
like the
God
four
damn it.
horsemen of the apocalypse, and it was like death, famine, plague, Steve.
Nope.
Ha! Damn it!
Go, Empty.
Oh.
That was a fuck up of the highest.
That was. I did not mean to do that.
Come on.
Go, Scott. I'm out of boost.
I'm nomming boost. I'm gonna blow it all and fucking miss the ball. Watch me.
Yeah.
You do.
I got boost and then I blew it all. But I didn't hit the
happened.
ball.
It happens.
I blew it all away.
In the
Empty
end,
touched
it
it.
doesn't even matter.
Oops.
Was?
Damn it.
Come on, that's a cross. That's a good cross. Put
No,
it
it's
in.
not.
Okay, come on, Empty.
No.
Oh, come
Alright,
on.
I'll take that. Alright, go the right way.
Oh,
Good.
fuck it, I'm coming.
Bounce.
Go on, Empty.
Damn it. Send it down.
Nope.
Nope.
Scott, what are you doing?
Things, man.
send
It's
it.
science.
I was Marioing it.
You tried, man. You tried.
Coming across.
Go, please get that.
Too early on the boobs there, Scott.
Hey,
I
man.
tried!
Oh, Jordan!
Hey, man. At least he didn't let it goal in. That's what I was about to say.
Fuck you. You were on the other side of the field.
I was too busy winning. I couldn't run both sides.
Yay, Jordan.
All right. I did
Oh,
a thing.
God damn it. I'm in goal again.
You kind of deserve it.
The moral of the story is don't be in goal. You should literally
Yeah, pretty
just
much.
never-
You always get shit on.
Oh, God!
Go! Yes!
Go!
Yes! Yes!
Pick it out! Pick it out! Get it out!
Very good, Scott. Thank you.
Look at my feeble ass in the corner there.
Oh my god.
I can't nerf.
Ben's just stuck in the wall
Ben
somewhere.
was stuck.
I got right in front of it, but I had no boost.
Man, I counted to like 5
Hey,
potatoes
Ben,
here.
this
man.
time you're hiding in the corner.
Yeah, but it's not intentional, Jill. There's a difference.
Ooh, spicy.
Give me this one.
It touched the ground. It touched the freaking ground. Oh, who's MVP? Who's that?
Well, I can forget that game.
It's actually pretty close.
Yeah, Pedro, you crushed
Nice.
my score there, buddy.
By a whole of 34 points.
I'm just glad I hit the ball once and it went in the right place. Small thing.
Yeah, take it where you can get.
There's a
True.
lot to unpack there.
I didn't get the assist, but at least I got a score and a save. So yeah. The two other scores were Scott.
What do we have? We have 3-on-3 right now.
Yes.
So we got
Actually,
Lou.
one of them was Ven. It was 1-1-1, I think.
Oh yeah, Ven got the one. Yeah.
What? What are we talking about?
He's
You
playing
got
the
It was
to
one
score
each.
one goal, and Scott got one, and I got one.
You get a goal. You get a goal.
And I'm pretty sure Mr. Alert wants an invite.
I
The
said
moral
one.
of the story is break Scott's fingers.
There's dodgy
Mr.
Canadian
Alert,
fingers.
you've been sent an invite.
I sent you an invite, dog. Here, I'll send you another
Check
one.
your steams, Mr. Alert.
I'm not feeling the Canadian violence here.
You don't want to play with the boys?
There
Boys
he
in
is.
hood.
There's the Mr. Alert.
There, you got it.
You got it.
There's a Mr.
Got it.
Alert. Yay!
Yeah. So, all right, let me.
Where's the pineapple with the tongue
Yay.
sticking out?
Yeah, wait a
Yeah,
minute.
I like that.
Never use that one again.
Always. Always never. I don't have them anyways. I have Empty and Mr. Pancake Van.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
man.
it started
Yeah,
off
I
with
have
the default
Pancake
car
Van.
for some reason.
It's like the
for some reason, the default
the,
car.
the scat man, but it's the pancake man. But
Yeah,
pancakes
Ven
are-
has the default car because
Yeah.
it's Ven.
I'm boring.
I always thought the default car
He's
kind of
never
looked like
changed it.
No,
kind of looked
I
like
got it
the rabbit
outfitted.
from the you know. So I was like, well, clearly they let us put pancakes on it, so pancakes in the head, right? Everyone's seen that image, right?
What?
Pancakes?
pancakes.
The rabbit with pancakes.
Bacon pancakes.
Take some bacon and then put it in a pancake.
Pancakes.
I mean, I could go for some bacon pancakes right about now if that's what you're suggesting.
No, there's
God
that,
damn it!
There's that image.
Pedro, it's
the,
pronounced bacon pancake.
English is cricket.
the image with that rabbit that had pancakes on it. that
Frickin'
the guy
whiskey
every day
messes with my enunciation.
All right, my pancakes.
And your pronunciation. apparently.
Annunciation. Okay.
Hey man, he practiced
All
that.
right.
He tries.
The-
He tries.
The
so
moral
hard.
of the
Kick their
story
ass.
is never.
I
Pedro.
tried and I failed miserably.
All right. Who do I got?
You found
I got-
miserably. Yes,
okay,
you fell
it-
through the
it's-
fucking
it's-
earth.
It's Team Canada versus
You're going down, Portugal.
Team
Whoa.
Giant Puck. Okay.
Yeah, I'll just
Team
sit
Giant
back.
Puck.
All right, well that take care of itself.
AKA don't give a puck.
We get beach ball curve.
Yep.
I don't know what the hell that is,
Me
but
either.
okay.
I'm just throwing in bonuses. Yeah.
Listen, it's how you play with the boys.
No goal reset
Oh
either.
fuck no. None of that now.
Oh goodness, I'm running into people, but they're blowing me up.
Yep,
Oh.
friendly fire, baby.
Fucking sake! I run
Oh,
into
friendly
people,
fire. I got
and
you.
I blow up.
Blow it up real good.
There we go.
So it's,
That's the
o-
right direction.
so it's,
Ah.
it's only friendly fire? No.
maybe.
No, it's
everywhere.
on contact and friendly fire.
Just driving through bitches.
That means everyone gets a boom boom.
Yeah, they do.
You get a
Pretty
boom boom.
much.
You get a boom boom. You get a boom boom.
Go, scooch! Scooch!
Jeez. All right, team. Like, let's go this way. Ah, I kind of got it in the right direction. No.
Not this way.
Oh, yeah.
It's the boom doom. Doom boom.
The boom a doom.
Come on.
Whoa. Yes, that way.
Go, Jordan.
No,
Yes,
that way.
that's the right way.
We only have like a minute and a half, 2 minutes max before Alan figures out how
Oh, Canada, oh, the native land, true patriot love, in all our sons go
to do it. Okay.
What the fuck? Bouncing bullshit puck. No one knows.
Power it through. No.
Sorry, Jordan.
Damn it.
Listen, I'm glad you're embracing the Canadian nature. What?
Ah, you stupid puck. Obey physics.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
you one of them.
Sorry, man.
Traitor.
Sorry. We're so sorry.
Oh shit. Yes. I'll just wait. Like kind of. Yes.
No.
Bitches.
Yay!
Don't reset.
Yes.
Don't
Someone's
reset.
going now.
Myers. Dino.
It was just boom, boom, boom.
I hate
boom.
this
That was a
fucking game.
Ah, boops.
This is the worst.
How does it compare with
The
Golf with
worst.
Friends?
The worst.
Hi, Mr. Alert.
Come on.
John's on a
There you
mission
go.
now. Destroy all.
I'm just trying. I am literally just trying to hit the puck in the correct direction, man. Everyone just seems to
Inch
be
at a
dying
time.
around me. Like that.
I'm trying to. Pedro, what I'm doing is I'm trying to draw Empty's fire because he keeps trying to attack people.
I need some boost.
Sorry.
Mr. Alert's just blowing everyone up.
Yeah. He's just went anarchy. He's like, fuck it. If I can't win,
Anarchy
no one
in
can.
the UK.
I wonder if driving backwards.
Where the fuck
let's
is the
try
puck? Oh, there it
kinda.
is.
I blew up Mr. Alert now.
Oh, yes.
Come on.
Yes.
How bad luck
Aw.
empty?
Aw,
Yes,
bad.
yes, no. Wrong way.
Come on the other side of the
Get the
field,
fuck out of my-
please.
All right.
Jordan!
Super high gravity.
He can't help himself.
Jordan! What the hell?
It's all part of my master plan.
Uh-huh. Oh, fuck's sake!
Yeah.
Oh god, I'm
See?
stuck in goal. Shit. There we go.
Oh, Jordan. Oh.
God damn it, Scott!
Team row hit. Thanks. Thanks, Empty.
Fuck! It did that coin roll thing.
The little pirouette. it
God
does.
damn it, Jordan!
I'm sorry. I was trying to hit the puck.
All right, the goal here, you don't win by.
I'm serious.
God damn it!
I'm
Before you
trying to
name
hit the
first. You must-
At least it was Foxy now.
No, it's gone the wrong fucking direction. Go that way. Yes, that way. Thank you, Empty. Mr.
Aw,
Sparkly Dust.
it jumped over.
Ah, god damn
Get
this
up
high
now.
gravity.
Hi, Empty.
Damn it!
Crossing.
No!
No! No go for you!
Only Vin get point.
No go for you! No!
Deflected.
Damn it!
I tried.
Alan, I am disappointed.
Wow.
I got the worst points.
Okay.
I
do you
did
know
second
that,
best to Ben.
my
Okay.
microphone
Despite
picks up you as
Portugal winning the roller hockey world championship. No.
What? The, why
Roller
do you
hell
hockey,
have?
you
not
want
ice
about?
hockey.
Why do you have that factoid in your pocket? You're just like, well, you know, Portugal can do something too, man. They got the fucking gold in roller hockey.
What's the only thing
Look,
I can do? But
I'm
still,
Portuguese. Inevitably, Google goes and, oh, Portugal won the roller hockey thing. It's like, okay. I posted it
Jingoism
on
is
Twitter. It's
alive
like,
and well.
yay?
Well, you see,
Fun
some
fact.
people can take pride in their country, Jordan. I know,
I-
foreign concept, understood. But hey,
I live
listen.
on the spot on the
I
map.
want you to listen, man. You guys have a submarine, and that's what really matters.
It really does. We have
Portugal
a
has
submarine
two.
in a mall.
I'm
in
trying,
a mall,
I'm
motherfucker.
trying to make him feel better. Come on.
In a mall.
Portugal has 2 that it can barely afford to keep running.
I'm surprised they don't fly after the success of the drone.
They're not
that's-
drones, they're submarines, okay?
They're thirsty. That's what they fucking are.
Which is why it makes less sense that they're flying around still.
Ah, yes, the return of the Y boner.
That was
The
very
vengeance.
Canadian there, North Ranger.
What, the scene from Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yar.
Yeah, Bill
Yar.
Rats.
Yar. Parlay.
Oh no, it's Hoops.
Oh, crap.
I call it
Oops.
punishment, but you
Oops.
can call it hoops. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
Dupes.
hoops.
Hoops with low
Oh,
boost
God,
research.
What mutators do you have?
Oops,
It-
Ah, okay.
Alright, well.
It's hoops with the only
It's not too
crippling
fucky.
thing being
Yay,
the
I
one
scored
thing you
myself.
No!
need. Aww.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Good.
No!
Good.
I'm expecting Demolish on contact again. Fuck.
Yeah. Click.
I am too, actually. I've been aiming for people.
I caught fire today.
Konnichiwa, bitches.
Hello to you too.
Speaking of
Just
2,
like
that's our score. All of us.
Yeah, damn. Yeah. We all hit the ball.
Once.
There we
Like I said, we all hit the ball.
Aw.
Ball with the ball.
Ball with a ball.
Bang, ba-bang, diggy, diggy, diggy.
Bow, bow,
something,
bow,
something.
bada, bow, bada, bow, bada, bow, bow, bow.
Blah, 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 blah.
That too,
Oop.
I guess.
Damn it. You know what? I wanted to get demoed.
Damn it, I
Oh,
missed the
God damn,
ball.
no, 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 no,
Really? Who's
no.
gonna-
Fuck
No,
off
no,
with
no.
that
Oops.
shit.
Ah.
Wait.
Sorry, Jordan, didn't mean to get in your
Right
way
after
there.
in my way.
I was trying to back up.
Nah.
Back up and
Bad.
Back that ass up. You know what? I
Beep,
think
beep.
you need to back that ass up when you're playing with the boys.
That's America's ass, boy.
Playing with the boys.
That-
God damn it. Get out of my way,
Sorry,
Sandra!
Foxy, sorry.
Playing with the boys.
God damn it, Rohit.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Damn it.
Yes.
No!
Click.
No.
God damn it, Ven, you fucking fling me all the way across the map. Those rhino horns of yours.
I'm trying to see the negatives in this statement.
Well, I mean, we're just playing with the boys.
Yeah. Playing in the boys' room.
No!
Come on.
Motherfucker.
Yes. Wait.
I don't know. Have you ever had a sword fight in a men's room?
No.
Can't
To
say I
clarify, using swords or do machetes count?
do you like movies about gladiators?
Oh, you're not entertained. Russell Crowe. Oh my god. There.
Ah!
Fighting round the world.
Oh,
Ah, god damn it,
Thanks.
Mr. Alert.
Oh,
Fine,
come
whatever.
on, motherfucking
I don't know.
stupid.
Empty was like, I want hugs.
There we go.
Yes!
Oh, come
At
on.
least one.
Fucking
At least
hooker.
the one.
Bullshit. I love it. I love it. I love it.
Yay, Jordan!
Banked.
Thank you over here.
Spinks to meet.
Bonk.
All right.
All right, now I just got to do that 8 more times, and we're good.
Are Spinks still a thing? Do people wear Spinks?
I wear fucking Spanx. They're great.
Wow. All right. Boop. Aw.
Oh, Nelly.
It's when you're playing with the boys, man.
Oh!
Poop it!
There we go.
No,
Nope,
wait.
that's not where we go.
Yes!
That's bad.
Almost.
Yes!
They never take my side.
To be fair, we're on the same team here, and you're on the other team.
See, it's always an excuse like that,
Hey,
man. Always. Some bullshit like teamwork. Arr.
Bonk.
Oh, almost.
No empty.
Oh,
Okay,
fucking
yeah,
most.
Patrick, you see there at the latencies
Nope.
area.
Boop, boop, boop. No. All right.
All right, that works. That works. Give me that
Ow!
boost.
Hi, Mr. Light.
Oh,
Ah.
Get out of my way. Need boosty boosts. Go in, motherfucker.
No.
bounce.
Overshot.
Ha!
Bump, 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 bump. No.
Bouncy. Whoa. All right.
Ah.
Kablah, 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 kablah.
Block.
Kablah.
Kablock.
Jaffa Cree.
Joy, Joe.
Quit. This is
No.
not conducive to us winning.
Quit it.
Stop.
Welcome back to hour 7 of overtime.
Right.
I missed.
Someone please stop that ball. Thank you.
Maximum potato.
Come on, just raise it up.
Get off me,
a
Jordan.
inch.
Fuck off.
No.
God damn it. Bad touch.
I'll touch you.
I
'cause
know. That's why I'm like, get off.
I want to feel dirty. Creature of the night.
You always say that, and it's not a good
Roll
pickup.
hit!
Wait, bro,
fuck are you
what are you doing?
Come on. Empty.
Bullshit. 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 It's the best kind.
Ladies, flying spaghetti monsters on us now. Woohoo!
The flying spaghetti
Ugh.
monster has no sex or gender, Mr. Foxdog.
It
Say
has
the
now.
Still, I can.
Those noodles end in every which way.
My name is Spaghetti.
And I must fuck.
Yes. Fucking spaghetti, they call me.
Alright, let's see if I can do this.
Everyone wants
Look,
some
what you do on
fucking
a Saturday night
spaghetti.
is up to you.
Nope.
Ben's in a spaghetti western.
Ah!
No.
Oh, motherfucker.
Wow.
He's getting some
Right over
equal.
me.
Someone was in my way. I'm
Scott,
sorry.
really?
Get out of my way, whoever that was. Thank you.
Draw.
Come
You
on, push it
know.
up, push it,
Nope.
push it.
Ugh. Nope.
Push it real good.
Thank you, Rohit. Push it good.
Ah!
I will
Rohit.
boop row hit into the
Oh,
ball if I
Rohit.
have to.
Oh.
A lot of swings, a lot of misses. Ah.
Man, I
Yes.
wish that
Yes.
swingers party was like that. Lots of swings and lots of misses.
Draw me like one of your French Canadians, Jack.
Oh, no, no, no.
No.
With
no,
the
no,
flappy
no,
head
no.
and the
Yes.
beady eyes.
Oui, oui.
No.
Merci beaucoup.
Floppy heads. Ah, damn it.
Je ne comprends pas votre langue.
God.
Oui, oui, fromage.
No. No fromage.
Tabarnak, Poutine. Poutine.
Someone needs to get it in.
Uh,
Not that way.
Motherfuckers.
Come on, Scoot. Avenge your people.
Where the fuck am I going? This way.
Oh, hell. Hi.
I killed them. I killed Empty, so that was.
All right.
No.
Sorry.
All right.
No, no, no.
Oh, right over.
I like that we're so incompetent that this 100% has a chance of going in. Which is like, yeah.
There we go. No.
Oh,
Bad touch. Bad touch.
Fuck off with that.
Welcome back to
Who's
Hour 2
flying?
of RNG.
Leprechaun.
RNG's the take the
Boop.
wheel.
Ah,
Off the ceiling.
boop.
Cousin to the flying spaghetti monster.
No!
LGC
It's Ben,
cares.
Ben Stone can eat a bag of dicks.
With a front flip.
Yay,
Ben, Ben Stone
Front
can
dick
eat all
eating
the
Ben, they
shit.
called him.
Eat all the shit. Ugh.
You ever seen the movie Critters? It's like
Yes.
that, but they eat
I know.
dicks. Only dicks.
Oh.
How come I
I
got the
love
best
it.
score on this team?
I did better than Empty, and the one who got above me was Alan. So fuck.
Okay,
I
so,
love it,
yeah,
critters,
that's
when they roll up a little
a
ball
wired fucking-
and chase their victims and roll along. They're so cute.
Oh, that makes more sense. I was thinking of Tremors.
Oh.
That would have been a different movie.
No,
Very
Oh yeah.
I thought you were talking about Gremlins.
Yeah, Gremlins. Critters came out about the same time. It was, you know,
What,
yeah,
what about Gremlins 2, the new batch?
yeah.
What about Gremlins 3, the Gremlining?
I don't know. Don't leave me fucking hanging, dude. Tell me.
Yeah, we're totally winning on that one.
I mean, I was asking Jill.
Oh. Well, I've seen the second one, but I've never seen the third one. If there was one, I don't know.
I don't think there was.
I don't think there
Was
was
there?
one. I think
What-
the second one
What
was the
about
last one.
what about Gremlins 4? Gremlins versus Jason.
Oh dear.
but yeah, Critters capitalized on the success of Gremlins, and it was actually very fun. I liked Critters.
Gremlins say no to drugs.
There was a weird time in late 90s, early aughts with, because it was like, Leprechaun in Space, real movie.
Yes.
Not
yes.
a parody.
Yeah,
Yes.
there
Mm-hmm.
were several Leprechaun movies. Yes, it was around the same time of Critters and Gremlins, and yeah.
Okay, so
Oh my
here's what I want to see. I want to see Star Trek, but like Mad Sweeney's there.
No, dude, we need Star Trek in space.
We need Space
Ah.
Trek. We need Star Trek that takes place in an actual star. They're all on fire.
And it's trekking. Yes.
No, it's all the ships are underwater and everyone speaks Dutch.
I'm pretty sure that's called
Then you got Deep Space 6.
Pandorum.
That's
No.
Deep Space 6.
Space Quest V. Dutch.
Yeah, Steve. Yeah.
The talking dolphin.
Sequest DS9?
Sequest.
No,
some
it's
good
like
episodes
oh,
of
like
Sequest.
everyone's in
Sequest
spaceships, but
911.
they're
It's like Reno
underground.
911,
They're
except they're
underwater. It's
underwater.
Pandorum.
I mean, that's basically C Lab, right?
Pretty much. Oh, live action.
What about
Sea Lion,
Sequest
I
2,
watched it.
Sequester?
Not bad. Not bad.
Sequest 911.
That was
hosted
actually an
by
alright movie,
William
Pandorum.
Shatner.
Which one was Pandorum? Oh, was that where they landed, ended up in the ocean?
Spaceship,
Yeah, yeah.
but underwater.
That
Yeah.
wasn't. I mean, it was watchable considering it was like fresh sci-fi that wasn't
Yeah.
leaning on something. I was like, wow, all right.
It's like for the time that it came out, it's like I went to watch it in the cinema. It's like, oh, okay.
All right, who do I got? I got Foxy.
Apparently,
and I
it's
got
the sequel
Ben,
to Event Horizon.
And I got Minty.
God.
I got
Heavy
Michael and
quotes
Nickel.
around that sequel bit.
Yeah, right.
Is that the one?
Oh, that movie. Me and
Space
Steve
Hell.
walked out of the theater.
Whoa!
Yeah.
All right, what we got? We got
Very
slow
few
boost,
movies have turned
light
me
balls,
on. as much as
fastballs.
they- Oh. You
double
gotta watch if you're
boosts.
gonna watch Event Horizon. Make sure you watch like the real version, not the version they showed in theaters. Watch the
Yeah,
director's
the
cut.
real version.
Yeah, with the good
Oh,
stuff in
yeah.
it. None of that G-rated shit they called it.
Oh,
all.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
it
you
was just so boring. Oh my god, it kept going on and on.
Well, I mean, it's hard sci-fi, Jill. So.
No, you need to watch the airplane edit. That's
No, it's
the
just,
real
it
shit.
was bad sci-fi.
No, it's a great fucking movie.
No, not the original. Event
It's a
Horizon.
it's a prequel to
The,
Warhammer.
The real version. Not the cinema
the
version.
real version. Yeah, I haven't seen the other version, only the cinema version.
Whoop!
Oops. Yes. Aw. I wanted internet points for that.
I have no
Yes,
idea
I-
what I'm doing.
I love
Yep,
hard
pretty
sci-fi.
much.
Hard SF is actually my favorite.
But you also like Star Trek, so it's...
Yeah, but I like the hard stuff. I like Robert Silverberg is very hard SF, and I've always loved his work.
Go away.
Yeah.
The real
I have
question
no idea
is,
what I'm doing. What am I meant to be doing? Where am I? Where am I?
How hard is your How hard is your sci-fi? Mine is rock hard. Oh yeah, I got a major clue for sci-fi.
Oh, such a big clue.
Jordan has a raging hard-on for sci-fi.
I do, man. I get aroused by like a good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take it. That's on my team. Whoop.
Alright.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Oh man, that's a big fuck up hole on our side.
Yeah, I see the hole. Aim
Nope.
for that side.
No.
Aim for the little hole.
No one expects it. The little hole.
Tiny hole.
No.
Yes!
Thanks, Jordan.
That's not what I wanted to
Good
do.
job.
That's not what I wanted to do. I'm sorry.
And Foxy touched it, and then...
Boop.
Yep.
Jordan hit it.
Jordan. Flail.
Oh, well done, empty.
And he flails.
Oh my God, does it
flail every single day.
Have this noise.
Dun, 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 dun.
We need like chess.
Well,
We need a chess.
Oh, that
Rocket
was
chess.
Rocket chess.
this ship is so big.
Nope. All right. Oof.
No, it's on the water.
Yes.
Fire.
No, motherfucker.
Ooh.
Fire good.
Yes. Ugh. Try
That.
it.
Yes.
Fuck off, Scott.
No. But
Bouncy, 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 bouncy. No,
Bouncy,
bad
bouncy.
bounce.
no
Very bad
bounce.
bounce.
Oh,
Very
bad
bad
bounce. Bad bounce. That's a bad
Fisty
ball.
bullshit.
Bad ball.
Fisty bullshit.
Naughty
Oh,
ball.
so I touched it last
most
with the
intentional-
glove,
the
and then
most
Scott
intentional,
scored.
Well, that was
The
Cool.
most intentional goal ever.
Oh,
Hey.
where the fuck am I going?
I would like everyone to know I flew by that ball and didn't touch it very well.
So did me and Jordan. So.
big whipper.
That's
Yes,
a hole.
hole. Big one. Make it.
Whee.
Insert ball into hole.
No, do not insert anything.
Put the ball in the hole.
Oh, what's the fun in that? Come on, live a little.
I don't know how balls work in Australia, but I just
Yeah.
leave that to imagination.
Oh, you got tiny balls.
Do
you got big
not
balls,
insert
you got big iron
anything.
balls.
Well, the important thing is to get
more-
permission first before
Yeah.
you insert your balls into
I
someone.
put a boop on the board. I'm good with that. I will sleep well this evening.
No,
Then falls asleep
Holy
and there's
shit.
balls being inserted
Dude, I'm just saying
everywhere.
I intentionally did that, and I'll take the one I got, right? Listen. Damn it. Thanks for just slammed into
I
me.
missed the ball.
God damn
I'm
it.
guessing it was just empty. Empty's doing that a lot. That's his new thing.
Yes, drop in, drop in, drop in.
No, don't drop it.
No, not that way.
No, 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 no.
Oof.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Click. Come on.
Jordan gonna say.
Oh, so will you stop giving me this stupid boot?
Dude, I don't.
Dang.
Really?
Yes.
Come on, hit the ground, hit the ground, hit the ground, hit the ground.
Yes.
No! No!
Ah, yes.
Ultra damage.
Fuck off.
Come on.
God damn it, Empty. Seriously?
Ah!
Yes, Jordan, let it hit. Oh, no! Come on, someone hit it. Someone hit it. Someone hit it.
Go
Yes,
on,
yes,
go
yes,
on.
yes.
Look at him. Yes. I
I
tried.
saved that one. I'll take it.
Yeah.
All right, I did better
Oh,
than
yeah.
Mr. Fox Dog. That's the important thing.
Dude, you did. Oh.
Oh, fuck this game.
Look at him.
I'm glad it's over.
Oh yes.
Oof. That was painful.
I do the sad thing is I'm acclimated to the heat now.
Oh no.
Oh, poor Ven.
It still gets my
Then-
heart pumping.
It's too hot. It's too hot for Ven. Baby, you should take
Hot
that
in the
shirt
hot
off.
tub.
Oh, I will, baby. Don't you worry.
Ooh.
Spoilers. Beautiful people, we're gonna bounce the fuck up out of here. We want to thank everybody who punched their tickets for the 4-hour Nightmare Train. That was fun.
I was here for the 5-hour Nightmare Train.
Oh, I zone out a lot.
Yeah, I just black out for extended periods.
Right. Hey,
Yeah,
man.
according to Ven, both mine and Jordan's voice are just background noise, so he just tunes that out.
What did you say, Static?
Oh.
Yes.
Someone say something.
Dude, I don't know. It's like a humming noise. Hey,
What?
you're all awesome. Everybody hanging out live and all the beautiful people joining in. Let's do it again next week.
Might as well.
All right,
Yes.
Jordan, what did we learn tonight?
Yeah, might as well.
What?
And on that bombshell, we'll be in Discord. Hang it out. That's it for video. Audio listeners, stick around.
Canada can hockey. That's what we learned today.
Look
What?
at you trying to snipe. Get out of it.